This broadcast is sponsored in part by Sonoma Fit, a state-of-the-art gym located in the Old Bowl Center at 19310 Sonoma Highway. There's no better place with more options to get fit and stay fit. Sonoma Fit offers more than 70 classes a week, including indoor cycling, yoga, TRX, rowing, and strength conditioning. Classes cater to all skill levels from beginners to advanced athletes. And if group classes aren't your thing, Sonoma Fit also offers personal training, small group training, and even sports-specific training. Sonoma Fit is proud to be the official workout facility for the Sonoma Stompers. State-of-the-art equipment, experienced trainers, attentive staff, friendly and helpful members, community-oriented and family-owned. Sonoma Fit is a different gym experience and has locations in Sonoma, Petaluma, and is coming soon to Nevada. More information can be found at sonomafitness.com.
We would like to thank our community partners: Tina Schoen Broker Associates, Sotheby's International Realty, Sonoma Hills Retirement Community, and
CARSTAR Body Best Collision of Sonoma.
And social media support is provided by Word Mice.
Stompers Baseball is brought to you in part by Sonoma Clean Power. As your local public electricity provider, we source clean energy from renewable resources, geothermal, water, wind, solar, and biomass. And we deliver that power to residents and businesses throughout Sonoma and Mendocino counties. At Sonoma Clean Power, we're invested in the communities we live and work in. We deliver services that enhance quality of life through competitive pricing, improved air quality, and energy efficiency. By changing the way residents source energy, we're able to deliver customer programs that make a difference in everyone's life. Powered by innovative thinking, Sonoma Clean Power was formed to provide a choice beyond for-profit investor-owned utilities, in our case, PG&E. Today, Sonoma Clean Power, or SCP, is a model for community choice programs throughout California. By providing higher percentages of renewable energy that reduce greenhouse gas emissions, our customers are helping solve the climate crisis at a local level.
Ryan Rodriguez, though, he is the DH. He will bat sixth. Chuck Rockers in center field batting seventh. Nick Kraus does the catching. He will bat eighth, and Omar Artson will round out the lineup at second base. This is the first time we've seen Wooler at first base here this year in the cleanup spot. And he, interestingly enough, had a decent average, but no home runs in that cleanup spot. He'll face Joseph Broderick, the 5'11 right-hander from West Islip, New York. Broderick making his third start of the season. He's 1-0 with a 6.51 ERA. The ERA skewed a little bit after his last start. He got a no decision, only went 2 2/3 innings, allowing 3 runs. That was last Sunday, so he'll try and have a better outing this Sunday. The right-hander, 4-pitch guy, fastball, curveball, slider, and a changeup. He'll face Bird, Bishop, Martini, Wooler, Gelfman, Rodriguez, Rocker, Kraus, and Artson. A little bit of a breeze, not much though, blowing through the booth here this afternoon. Justin Bird leads it off. He'll play right field, batting at 248. Bird and the Stockade come in with a 9-29 record. The Stompers 4 games ahead of the league in first place. 4 games up on San Rafael, and Broderick deals in a fastball for strike one at 106. 76 degrees here at Palooza Park at Arnold Field, and we expect it to get a little bit warmer throughout the day, but not very much warmer. Here is the 0-1, and that's high and away. Bird 248, 7 home runs, and 18 runs batted in. Left-handed hitter against the right-handed Joseph Broderick. Here's his 1-1 pitch, and Bird hits it out of play off to the left-hand side, our left-hand side, and the count is 1-2. Stompers come in after the loss yesterday, very late, led that game 5-4, and then the bullpen just kind of gave it away. And not really the bullpen, I guess, more the defense in that game. Connor Leadholm shouldn't get much of the blame for that one last night. Yesterday afternoon, I should say, and the 1-2 is outside. 2 errors in the bottom of the 8th inning in Napa yesterday allowed 3 runs to come across, and that was enough for the Silverados to take 2 wins this week from the Stompers. And here's Broderick on 2-2, and that's lined into left center field, slicing away from Hubbard, but right at Barfield. It's over his head and off the wall. Hubbard with a long throw into second base, and they got him! Justin Bird with a single. He tried to stretch it into a double. Barfield in left field misplayed it. Hubbard picked it up, threw into second base, and Bird was late with the slide, so he's erased. A leadoff base runner taken away on the strong throw by Dondre Hubbard in center field. It was slicing away from Hubbard. It got over the head of Barfield. It one-hopped off the wall, caromed right to Dondre Hubbard, who makes a strong throw in from center field to cut down Justin Bird from a leadoff double. So nobody on, 1 out. Cody Bishop stands in, and he takes strike 1. Defensively for the Stompers, it's Barfield in left, Hubbard in center, Williams in right. Quitzer's at third for the 3rd game in a row. Romero's over at short with Pedro Barrios sustaining the right thumb injury yesterday, and Bishop's out in front of that changeup. It's 0-2. Nick Gotham will play second base here today with Brenton Gillespie over at first, and Bronson Butcher does the catching. Here's Broderick on 0-2. He has Bishop out in front. He rolls it to second. Gada's there, and he throws him out at first. Interesting start to the ball game after the Bird base hit. He thrown out at second. The strong throw by Hubbard. The Stompers, of course, come in after the loss yesterday. 2-2 on the week, so trying to salvage the week here on this Sunday afternoon. Salina comes in. Well, they had a lead late in their 2nd game of yesterday. They played in Vallejo and got blown out in that game, the first of the day. Here's Broderick's first pitch, and Luis Martini takes high, ball 1. Broderick works out of the windup. He deals on 1-0. Martini, the right-handed shortstop, takes a fastball in the outside corner, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch from Broderick, and that 2-seamer runs inside pretty close to Martini. It doesn't get him. The count is 2-1. 2 balls and a strike to count. Nobody on, 2 out. The single, the good throw from Hubbard, and then Bishop grounded to Nick Gada at second base. Here's the 2-1 from Broderick. That slider moves a lot, but too much, and misses outside. 3 balls and 1 strike to count. So Broderick, a little bit of help from his defense early on. Here's his 3-1, and Martini swings through the fastball, and the count is full. Broderick 1-0 is 6.51 ERA, 9 2/3 this year, 7 earned runs allowed in those 9 2/3. And Martini hits it high to left. Back at the wall is Barfield, and that is gone. A solo shot for Luis Martini, his 8th of the year. And Salina on the board first. It's 1-0. The last 4 times these two teams have played, Salina has gone ahead in the first inning with a solo home run. The last 4 times. This is only the 8th time these two teams have played this year. Here's Jacob Wooler, the cleanup man, the first baseman, hitting at 273. He has not hit a home run this year, and he fouls Broderick out of play off to the left. The first time that Broderick started, I should say, it was against the Stockade. He got the win in 7 innings, and he allowed a leadoff home run in that game, the first pitch he threw as a Stomper, and Wooler ropes it foul down the right field line, and once again, Broderick is way ahead, 0-2. So back to Salina. They got blown out by Vallejo yesterday and then went to San Rafael for capper off last night, and Wooler tanks outside. Well, they had a 9-5 lead, 9-4 lead, that is, going into the bottom of the 8th inning. 2 two-run home runs by San Rafael, Mike Anone and Jacob Colombo in that game, and the sliders popped up into foul territory on the third base side. Quitzer's over, and he will run out of room. Unknown and Colombo, two separate two-run home runs, and then San Rafael loaded him in the ninth. A hit by pitch brought in the tying run, and a walk-off walk for San Rafael over Salina last night. They won that ball game 10-9. 1-2 strikes the count on the left-handed hitting Jacob Wooler. Here's the pitch. He chops it on the ground to third. Quitzer fields. He'll straighten up. The throw to first, and a good stretch by Brent Gillespie. They'll retire Wooler. That ends the top of the first inning, but Salina gets on the board. A Luis Martini solo home run to straightaway left. Salina leads 1-0. We go to the bottom of the first. Gata, Hubbard, Quitzer, and the rest of the Stomper lineup when we come back.
Stompers Baseball is brought to you in part by Sonoma Clean Power. As your local public electricity provider, we source clean energy from renewable resources, geothermal, water, wind, solar, and biomass. And we deliver that power to residents and businesses throughout Sonoma and Mendocino counties. At Sonoma Clean Power, we're invested in the communities we live and work in. We deliver services that enhance quality of life through competitive pricing, improved air quality, and energy efficiency. By changing the way residents source energy, we're able to deliver customer programs that make a difference in everyone's life. Powered by innovative thinking, Sonoma Clean Power was formed to provide a choice beyond for-profit investor-owned utilities, in our case, PG&E. Today, Sonoma Clean Power, or SCP, is a model for community choice programs throughout California. By providing higher percentages of renewable energy that reduce greenhouse gas emissions, our customers are helping solve the climate crisis at a local level.
Bottom of the first inning, 1-0 Stockade on the Luis Martini home run, his 8th of the year. Jack Gomersall will start, the right-hander for Salina. And this is the lineup he'll face, put out by Zach Payson, brought to you by Sotheby's International Realty. Nick Gata will lead things off at second base. Dondre Hubbard will bat second in center field. Chris Quitzer bats third and plays third. Brent Gillespie's a cleanup man at first, with Miles Williams hitting fifth and right. Jacob Barfield in left field, he'll bat sixth, followed by the designated hitter. Batting seventh, Daniel Molinari. Bronson Butcher will do the catching. He'll hit eighth. And Rayson Romero's at short, batting ninth. And they'll face Jack Gomersall, the 6-foot right-hander from Falls Church, Virginia. In his seventh start, he's 1-1 with a 6.38 ERA. 31 innings, 22 earned runs, 28 hits, 25 strikeouts, and 28 walks. So the strikeout-to-walk ratio almost dead even. He'll face Nick Gata, the right-hander, with the overhead wind, his first pitch, and Gata takes strike one on the outside corner. So Gata came into the ball game late yesterday after Pedro Barrios injured the right thumb on a headfirst dive into second base on a double. Gomersall is 0-1 pitch, and Gata fouls it back to the screen. He's quickly behind 0-2. So Gata came in, had a 32-game on-base streak, got one at bat, and he did not reach. He hit a fly ball to center field. So Gata 0 for 1 yesterday, so he's reached in 32 of 33. So that streak is gone. Here's Gomersall on 0-2, and Gata chops it over the mound and into center field for a base hit. So Nick Gata, who was dealing with the pinky injury on his glove hand, the left hand, sliced it wide open a week ago today, and now he leads off this bottom of the first inning with a single. Here's Dondre Hubbard, the center fielder. Leads the league in average home runs, RBIs, hitting at .392. Gata leads from first. Hubbard now climbs in. Jack Gomersall just activated off the inactive list today for this start. His first pitch to Hubbard, and that is a little tailing fastball that catches the outside corner at the knees. It's 0-1. Gomersall, the right-hander, with Gata over at first. Here's the 0-1, and Hubbard tops it right on top of home plate, and that brings the count to 0-2. Ron Adams behind home plate today with Gary Reichelmeyer in the field. And Hubbard looked like he maybe injured himself on that swing. He was reaching for that 0-1 pitch, and now he'll take a squat. No balls and 2 strikes to count on Hubbard after the Gata leadoff single right back up the middle. Maybe a lower body injury. Ron Adams giving him as much time as he needs. The count is 0-2. Jack Gomersall trying to get Salina into the win column today. They've lost 8 straight. They lead 1-0. Here's the 0-2. And Hubbard takes on the outside corner a called strike 3, a two-seam fastball that he thought was off the outside part of the plate. Adams rings him up, and that's the first out here in the bottom of the first inning. Chris Quitzer will come up with a man at first and 1 out, the left-handed batter. Moved up to the 3 spot in the lineup today with Rob DeAngelis getting the afternoon off. DeAngelis, the only position player available off the bench, with Pedro Barrios sustaining that right thumb injury yesterday. Here's Gomersall's first pitch, and Quitzer takes outside, ball 1. Defensively for Salina, it's Bishop in left, Rocker in center, and Bird in right. Gelfman, Martini, Arts, and Wooler around the infield, and Nick Kraus does the catching today for the Salina Stockade. Gomersall on a 1-0 count to Chris Quitzer. Here it comes, and he takes high, ball 2. Last start for Gomersall, as we mentioned, just activated today, was on July 3rd. He got the loss in that game. He only went 4 innings, allowed 5 runs, 2 strikeouts and 4 walks. So that's what we're talking about with the strikeout to walk ratio. 3 more walks than strikeouts on the season for Gomersall. His 2-0 pitch is flared out of play down the third baseline, and the count moves to 2-1. A little bit of a different look today with DeAngelis not in the lineup. Everybody bumped up. Quitzer hitting third, Gillespie, the cleanup man, Williams in the 5 spot today after hitting 7th pretty much all week. The 2-1 is shot out of play again. Quitzer, who since coming off he wasn't on the enabled list, but inactive list, he was still activated off the bench if he was needed, but took a couple of days off after injuring the hamstring, about a week off actually. He was hitting the ball very well after he came back, and here's the 2-2, and he drives it to right. He will stand and watch it go. Quitzer's 5th home run of the season, and he puts the Stompers in front, 2-1 here in the first. No doubt about it off the bat of Quitzer. In his mind, he stood, watched it fly, and so did Bird in right. Quitzer puts the Stompers in front. So Quitzer enjoying the 3rd spot of the lineup here this afternoon. A no doubt moonshot off the bat of Chris. He's now driven in 30 with that 5th home run. That home run brought to you by Epicenter. Make your next family adventure an epic one at Epicenter. So 2 home runs here in the first inning, one by Martini, the solo shot, and then now Quitzer goes deep. Here's Brent Gillespie in the cleanup spot for the first time this year. Gomersall's first pitch, and he pops it up and out of play. So just as we were talking about how hot Quitzer was, he'd cooled down this week. Seemed like he was late on a bunch of fastballs this week. Wasn't late there. A high skyscraper to right. The 0-1 pitch to Brent Gillespie, and that's hit in the air into foul territory down the third baseline over toward the sidewall is Gelfman, and he will run out of real estate. No balls and 2 strikes on Brent Gillespie, and that's like the 4th or 5th home run that we've seen this week from a Stomper with a 2-strike count. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Gillespie fights off a changeup to stay alive. They did it a lot in Vallejo. 3 home runs in that game with 2 strikes. Gillespie just fighting to stay alive here in the first inning. With nobody on and one out, here's the 0-2 from Gomersall again, and he flips in a curveball, and Gillespie fouls it away. When you look at the numbers for Gomersall and Broderick, pretty similar. The inning numbers, the only thing that really separates, the ERA is about the same. Here's his 0-2. Gillespie takes on the inside corner for strike 3. 2 strikeouts for Gomersall here in the first inning. Both of them two-seam fastballs on the glove side. One was on the outside corner to Hubbard. This one on the inside corner to Brent Gillespie. 2 down. Here is Miles Williams. He went deep yesterday, a ball that we think still hasn't landed in Napa. Here's the first pitch, and Gomersall flips in a curveball a little bit high. Absolutely demolished his 7th home run of the season yesterday. Nobody even moved, and it was one of those off the bat. It just sounded a little bit different. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and Williams fouls it right back off the mask of Krause. Miles hitting at 241. Hit his 7th yesterday. He's driven in 24. Got it with the leadoff single this inning. Has reached in 33 of the 34 games that he's played, and he's hit safely in 23 of those 34. The 1-1, and Williams fouls it back to the screen. Fastball in the inner half. That two-seam fastball from Gomersall ran in on the hands of Williams. Now, the dangerous thing about that two-seamer is that if he starts it in the middle of the plate or even on the outer part of the plate and it runs back over the middle about belt high, here's the 1-2, and Williams pulls a curveball on the ground to third. Gelfman with the backhand. He straightens up and fires across, and that ends the inning. Stompers take a 2-1 lead on the Chris Quitzer 2-run shot to right, his 5th. Stompers lead by 1. We go to the 2nd. Gelfman, Rodriguez, and Rocker for Salina.
This broadcast is sponsored in part by Sonoma Fit, a state-of-the-art gym located in the Old Bowl Center at 19310 Sonoma Highway. There's no better place with more options to get fit and stay fit. Sonoma Fit offers more than 70 classes a week, including indoor cycling, yoga, TRX, rowing, and strength conditioning. Classes cater to all skill levels from beginners to advanced athletes. And if group classes aren't your thing, Sonoma Fit also offers personal training, small group training, and even sports-specific training. Sonoma Fit is proud to be the official workout facility for the Sonoma Stompers. State-of-the-art equipment, experienced trainers, attentive staff, friendly and helpful members, community-oriented and family-owned. Sonoma Fit is a different gym experience and has locations in Sonoma, Petaluma, and is coming soon to Novato. More information can be found at sonomafitness.com.
We would like to thank our community partners: Tina Schoen Broker Associates, Sotheby's International Realty, Sonoma Hills Retirement Community, and
CARSTAR Body Best Collision of Sonoma.
And social media support is provided by Wordmice.
Two-one Stompers as we move to the top of the 2nd inning. Zane Gelfman leads it off. 2 home runs in this game already, and we're only through 1 inning. Martini's 8th, the solo shot in the top half of the 1st. And then the 5th for Chris Quitzer, a 2-run shot. And that's where we stand right now. And Joseph Broderick deals in a first pitch, and Gelfman fouls it away. Two-one here, 1-0 San Rafael over Napa there in the bottom of the 1st inning. Over at Albert Park in San Rafael. Silverados and Pacifics, and then the Stompers and the Stockade, and a slider is outside. Gelfman able to hold up. 1 ball and 1 strike the count. Gelfman hitting .283 with 11 home runs and 23 runs batted in. Broderick's pitch on 1-1. This two-seamer catches the corner. 1-2 strikes the count. 5-2 the Stomper record against the Stockade here this year. Broderick, the right-hander, now comes home with a 1-2 pitch, and the slider is outside and low. The slider moves a lot for Joseph Broderick from that really high three-quarter, almost a true sidearm angle. Not really down even with the belt or submarine. The count is 2-2 for him on Zane Gelfman. He deals, and Gelfman takes low and away. So the count is full second, full count for Broderick. The last full count, he was facing Martini, and he threw a fastball right down the middle, and Martini hit his 8th home run of the season. So here's the payoff pitch, and that is on the outside corner. First strikeout for Joseph Broderick, a two-seamer. Bronson Butcher did a nice job behind the plate, and I think it's fair to say that we're going to get that glove side corner for the pitchers here today. That outside corner to righties, the inside corner to lefties, all of the strikeouts in the game, all three of them looking and right on that corner. Ryan Rodriguez stands in, and Broderick throws it right by him for strike one. Rodriguez hitting at 203, so just above the Mendoza line. No home runs, 7 runs batted in for him. Right-handed hitter. Here's the 0-1 from Broderick, and that's high and inside. One ball, one strike. Broderick trying to settle in here in the second after giving up the home run in the first inning. His 1-1 pitch, and that slider catches the outside corner. Just a frisbee-looking slider from Broderick with that arm angle. And when he has it on, as he did in his first start when he went 7 innings and struck out 7, that's his best strikeout pitch, especially to right-handed hitters. Here's the 1-2. He goes back to it, and Rodriguez is able to hold up the swing. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes. Chuck Rocker's on deck. Here is Broderick's 2-2 delivery, and that's low and away. So back-to-back full counts to open the second. And there's a small part of me that feels that he'll go to the two-seamer on the outside corner to the right-handed hitting Ryan Rodriguez. That's the pitch that he got Gelfman to watch for strike 3, a pitch that a lot of the hitters are watching today. Broderick lifts the leg and fires, and he does go to that corner, and he strikes out Rodriguez. The two-seamer on the outside corner, back-to-back strikeouts for Joseph Broderick. Here's player-manager Chuck Rocker hitting at 252. His first home run of the season this week. He's driven in 13. Broderick's first pitch to Rocker. He starts him with a two-seamer that's high and in. Broderick in his second stint with the Stompers. Here's his 1-0 pitch, and he throws a fastball right past Rocker. He was with this team during the playoff run last year, coming over from the Pecos League. Here's his 1-1 to Rocker, who squares around and takes a strike on the outside corner, and it's 1-2. Broderick picked up from Monterey here this season, making his third start. And looking for his first 1-2-3 inning of the ball game, the 1-2, and the slider. Did he hold up? He did, says Reinkelmeyer down at first. Wouldn't be surprised if he goes back to it here. He almost got Rocker to go around. He was able to hold up his swing. The count is 2 balls and 2 strikes, and Broderick deals. He goes with a two-seamer, and that misses low and away. So the count is full on the third hitter of the inning. The last 2 he went full and threw the two-seamer on the outside corner and got them both watching. And there's just something that tells me he's going to do it again. He stares into Butcher, who puts down the sign. He'll set up the target. The payoff pitch is high. He did go with the two-seamer, but left it up. First walk issued by Joseph Broderick, and that brings up the catcher, Nick Krause. So the pitch count's not going to be friendly to Broderick if he keeps going full to every guy. I think that's just a given. That goes without saying. Here's Krause hitting at .409 since coming over to the Stockade. 9 for 22. One of those 9 a home run. Rockers at first. He likes to run. Broderick's first pitch to Krause is on the outside corner, and he's ahead 0-1. No balls in 1 strike with Krause at the plate and Rocker at first. 2 outs in the inning. We're in the top of the second in a 2-1 Stomper lead. Rocker leads. Broderick set. A long pause. Rocker goes. The pitch is outside. The throw down is second, and plenty of time. Rocker doesn't even slide. Chuck Rocker caught trying to steal second base. A 1-2-3 second inning for Joseph Broderick, the unconventional way. We go to the home half of the second. It'll be Jacob Barfield, Daniel Molinari, and Bronson Butcher right here on Sonoma TV and on the Stompers Radio Network.
Stompers Baseball is brought to you in part by Sonoma Clean Power. As your local public electricity provider, we source clean energy from renewable resources, geothermal, water, wind, solar, and biomass. And we deliver that power to residents and businesses throughout Sonoma and Mendocino counties. At Sonoma Clean Power, we're invested in the communities we live and work in. We deliver services that enhance quality of life through competitive pricing, improved air quality, and energy efficiency. By changing the way residents source energy, we're able to deliver customer programs that make a difference in everyone's life. Powered by innovative thinking, Sonoma Clean Power was formed to provide a choice beyond for-profit investor-owned utilities, in our case, PG&E. Today, Sonoma Clean Power, or SCP, is a model for community choice programs throughout California. By providing higher percentages of renewable energy that reduce greenhouse gas emissions, our customers are helping solve the climate crisis at a local level.
Jacob Barfield will lead us off in the bottom of the second inning. 2 hits for the Stompers in the first. Got a leadoff single, and then the Quitzer 2-run shot. So it's Barfield, Molinari, and Butcher 6, 7, 8 in a 2-1 Stomper lead. Barfield hitting at .241 with 10 home runs and 23 runs batted in. Daniel Molinari, the designated hitter today, he's on deck. So the Stompers go with both catchers in the lineup here this afternoon. Against Jack Gomor, saw over the head windup his first pitch, and Barfield takes on the outside corner. It's going to be tough to try to adjust that extensive outside corner today, but the hitters are just going to have to do it, especially with 2 strikes. Here's the 0-1. Barfield takes low and away. Of course, there's the conventional idea of what the strike zone is coming into the game, and then if, Rod Adams is going to give that call all day like he has in the first 2 innings. Hitters are just going to have to learn how to reach out there and protect it, and Barfield rolls it foul up third. You hear a lot of guys say, I don't really think that's a strike. If it is today, then it is today. 1-2 the count. Gomersall over the head, and he lifts the leg and throws on 1-2, and Barfield takes a breaking ball upstairs. Early offense in this one here this afternoon. Early offense over in San Rafael. They're 1-1 now in the second. Napa right now just playing terrific baseball. Barfield lines it 2-2 up the middle. It hits off the side of the mound. Martini can't get it. Leadoff single here in the bottom of the second inning for Jacob Barfield. Napa and San Rafael. Napa's won 6 straight. San Rafael has won 2 in a row. Napa 8 out of their last 10. So they are hot right now. 2 games over 500 and trying to catch the Stompers and the Pacifics, who were seemingly running away with it in the first half. Here's Daniel Molinari hitting at 275. He's got Barfield at first base and nobody out. Gomersall out of the stretch, his first pitch. Molinari lays down a push bunt toward the right side, and Gomersall's able to glove it and flip to Jacob Bowler. A sacrifice bunt moves Barfield into scoring position. That's a nice play off the mound by Jack Gomersall, falling off to the first base side. The momentum carried him that way. And Molinari got it past him. It was a hit all the way. Either way, he does his job. Barfield's at second base, and Bronson Butcher is coming up. This week, the Stompers with men in scoring position just not their best. This week alone, they've dropped their team average from 308 to 286 with men in scoring position as Butcher tanks high, 1 ball and no strikes. The man who's been arguably the hottest hitter in the lineup besides Dondre Hubbard on deck, that's Rayson Romero. Barfield leads from second base. Gomersall looks at him with 1 out. Here's the 1-0, and Butcher takes high again. 2-0 the count. Butcher can look for 1 pitch here, hitting at 207. He's driven in 5 this year without a home run. Gomersall out of the stretch on 2 balls and no strikes. Butcher fouls it back to the screen. Bronson Butcher, the only Stomper on the active roster that has not gone deep yet this year. What a time to do it with a 2-1 lead here in the bottom of the second inning. Gomersall's 2-1 pitch, and Butcher sprays it foul down the right field line. Molinari did his job, getting the runner into scoring position. Barfield with average speed out at second base, but once he gets the wheels turning, hard to stop him. He's already stolen home this year. He takes a big lead from second. Now inches back in the 2-2 pitch to Butcher. He starts the swing, but takes a breaking ball outside, and the count is full. In fact, it was exactly 1 week ago today that Barfield stole home in that game against Vallejo. The payoff pitch coming to Bronson Butcher. Here it is. He takes high, ball 4. First walk issued by Gomersall. It comes to Butcher, and that puts men at first and second with just 1 out. Rayson Romero's coming up. Romero batting at 161. 2 home runs and 5 runs batted in. Gomersall out of the stretch. His first pitch to Rayson Romero after a long pause, and now Romero will call time. Here's the first pitch to Romero. He takes a 2-seamer for strike 1 on the outside corner. No balls and 1 strike. Barfield is at second base with Butcher over at first. Gomersall taking his time getting the sign from Nick Krause. Now he does. He's in the stretch position at the chest. A long look to Barfield, and now the 0-1. Romero fouls it out of play. So Ray finds himself behind 0-2. The single by Barfield, the Molinari sack bunt, and the Butcher walk. 2 on, 1 out, 2-1 Stompers in the bottom of the second inning. Defensively, Arnson at second base, up the middle. Here's the 0-2, and Ray fights it off to stay alive. Woller's at first. He's behind Butcher, so a lot of room on the right side of the infield for Romero. If he could just punch one through that hole. Arnson's playing him almost like he's Nick Akins at the plate. Power, pull-heavy right-hander. Arnson is in charge of keeping Barfield close at second base. Romero's in a 0-2 count. Gomersall looks to second. A long look, and now Romero calls time and just shakes his head, as if he thinks that Jacob Barfield is going anywhere. Barfield with 3 stolen bases on this season, and a team that does not run a whole lot. Here's the 0-2, and Romero shoots it down the right field line, foul. About 7 feet from having a carousel on the bases. Still 0-2. Romero putting up a good fight here in the second. The top of the lineup is on deck in the form of Nick Gatta. 0-2 to the count still. Here's the 5th pitch from Gomersall, and Romero sprays it down the right field line. That is fair and all the way to the corner. Barfield scores easily. Bird just getting to it. Butcher is held up at third, and Rayson Romero has an RBI double. It's 3-1. Barfield scored from second easily. And now the Stompers have 2 men in scoring position for the leadoff man, Nick Gatta. Gatta with a bouncing ball up the middle for a single his first time up. He later scored on the Quitzer home run. 3-1 Stompers in the second. Gomersall out of the stretch with men at second and third and 1 out. His first pitch to Gatta, and that is a 2-seamer that stays inside on the chalk of that left-handed batter's box. It's 1 ball and no strikes. Not much wind today, but on a warm day, we started it with 76 degrees, and now up near 80 degrees here at Palooza Park at Arnold Field. And Gatta hits it in the air to right center field. That's hit well. Rocker's racing. He will not get there. It's down, and it 2 hops to the wall. Gatta cruises into second base, a 2-run double, and it's 5-1. That ball was smashed off the bat of Nick Gatta to right center field. His 15th and 16th RBIs of the season, and they are rolling here in the second. Hitting is contagious. And now Dondre Hubbard's coming up, so this could go from bad to worse for Gomersall quickly here in the second. Hubbard was called out on strikes his first time. He is 0 for 1. He's also the best all-around hitter in the league. Gatta is at second base. Gomersall's first pitch, and Hubbard watches a fastball miss outside. Hit his 14th home run of the season yesterday. That average up just under 400 at 392. Gomersall on 1-0, and Hubbard takes a curveball for strike 1. Tell you what, if he throws that curveball there to Hubbard again, we won't see it for very long. It was a get-me-over curveball on 1-0. Hubbard just took it, no business swinging at it in a 1-0 count. But if he sees it again, he'll get that bat head out front. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and Hubbard takes on the outside corner on the pitch. And it's 1-2. Hubbard takes a long walk, thought it was outside. The same pitch that he was called out on strikes in the first. They're straight away in the outfield for Hubbard. Gatta leads from second base with 1 out. Gomersall's 1-2. A breaking ball, and Hubbard hits it in the air to center field. Not hit all that well. Rocker comes in and to his left to make the catch. Hubbard's the second out of the inning, and here is Quitzer. Quitzer seeing the ball pretty well today, I think it's fair to say. 2-run shot, his 5th home run of the season. It is Military Appreciation Day here at Palooza Park at Arnold Field, and Quitzer's sporting the camo socks today with the pants pulled up high. A little bit extra juju for Quitzer today with the socks. He's gone deep once already. Gomersall looks at Nick Gana, who leads from second base. Here's the first pitch, and Quitzer fouls a fastball back to the screen. 5-1 Stompers in the bottom of the second inning. The Romero doubled on the right field line, and Gana's 2-run smash to right center. Almost got that thing out of here. 0-1 the count. Quitzer stands in, left-handed hitter. A long look to second, now the 0-1, and Quitzer tops it foul over toward the third base dugout, and it's 0-2. Quitzer looked fooled on a couple of pitches in his first at-bat, too, and then he fooled all of us and took him deep. He was late on a couple of fastballs and very early on a couple of breaking balls there in that first at-bat. He was early on an off-speed pitch there, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Trying to shorten up and poke something out to the outfield here. With good speed at second base, the 0-2, and that's in the dirt, backhanded by Kraus. It was a 2-2 count when Quitzer homered in the first. His second at-bat in 2 innings here this afternoon. One and two. Gomersall set. Here's his pitch. Quitzer shoots it down the left field line, foul. Good job by Chris Quitzer there, staying on the breaking ball and just trying to shoot it the other way. With got off on contact, anything to the outfield, he'll score easily. Still 1-2. Quitzer just fighting to stay alive here in the second inning. Stompers trying to add on. They've scored 3 times here this inning. The 1-2 pitch. Quitzer pulls it foul of first this time. Count still at 1-2 strikes. Bird in right field, the spot that Quitzer went deep in the first. He's maybe 5 steps from the wall. A lot of room in right center. Gomersall's 1-2. Quitzer takes low. Just a gorgeous day. A little bit of clouds in the sky today, but well, it's just gorgeous with a little bit of wind blowing to center. 2-2 strikes the count. Here's the pitch, and Quitzer takes very high, an easy take, and it's full. Brent Gillespie waits on deck. Three and two, the 8th pitch to Quitzer's coming up. The most that Gomersall has thrown to anybody yet today. With Rocker playing over toward left center. The payoff pitch. Quitzer hits it on a line right at Artson at second base, who knocks it down and throws him out at first. So 2 balls scorched off the bat of Chris Quitzer. This time, a hit is taken away by a nice play by Artson over at second. The Stompers score 3 times, and our RBI double from Rayson Romero, a 2-run double from Nick Gata, and the Stompers lead it 5-1. We'll go to the third.
This broadcast is sponsored in part by Sonoma Fit, a state-of-the-art gym located in the Old Bowl Center at 19310 Sonoma Highway. There's no better place with more options to get fit and stay fit. Sonoma Fit offers more than 70 classes a week, including indoor cycling, yoga, TRX, rowing, and strength conditioning. Classes cater to all skill levels from beginners to advanced athletes. And if group classes aren't your thing, Sonoma Fit also offers personal training, small group training, and even sports-specific training. Sonoma Fit is proud to be the official workout facility for the Sonoma Stompers. State-of-the-art equipment, experienced trainers, attentive staff, friendly and helpful members, community-oriented and family-owned. Sonoma Fit is a different gym experience and has locations in Sonoma, Petaluma, and is coming soon to Novato. More information can be found at sonomafitness.com.
Nick Kraus, the catcher, leads it off for Salina here in the top of the third inning, and Joseph Broderick deals in a fastball above the letters. That pitch number 40 for Broderick here this afternoon. The count is 1 and no strikes, 8-9-1 for Salina here in the third, and Kraus checks his swing, and it was fouled into the glove of Bronson Butcher. Two-seamer ran in and just did get a piece of the bat, says Ron Adams. The count is 1-1, and here's the pitch. Kraus hits a little slow dribbler on the ground to short. Romero charges. He'll field, set his feet, throw to first in time. Two-seamer got in on the hands of Kraus. He almost got a base hit out of it. Romero playing deep at short. He had to charge and field on the infield grass before throwing him out at first. 1 out. Omar Artson is the hitter. 2 hits against Broderick so far. The leadoff hit by Bird. He was thrown out at second, trying to stretch a single into a double. And then the Martini home run. Here's the first pitch to Artson, and he elevates. Swings through the fastball, and it's 0-1. Artson hitting at 252. A home run and 21 runs batted in. The 9-hole hitter today. Broderick's 0-1, and Artson tags at the knees for strike 2. Broderick trying to see a little bit better of a pitch count here in the third inning. He went full to all 3 hitters that he faced in the second. 2 strikeouts, a walk. Rocker walked, and then he was thrown out trying to steal second. The 0-2, a slider, misses well outside. 1 and 2 strikes the count. I'm going to continue to say it. It's just a gorgeous day here today. Not too hot. A little bit of a breeze. Really couldn't ask for a better Sunday afternoon. The 1-2 is outside. Good 2-strike pitch there from Joseph Broderick. Couple inches off. Here he is on 2-2, and that's punched into short right field. On comes Williams. Racing at the last second, he slides, and it is past him. Omar Artson into second base. And that was just misplayed by Williams and right. It looked like an easy flare off the bat. He came in jogging. Slid forward at the last second. Thought it would hang up a little bit more than it did. He could not make the catch. That's a double for Omar Artson. Here's Justin Bird, the leadoff man. He'll step out of the box. Artson's at second base with 1 out. Broderick said he looks that way, and now he deals, and that's high for ball 1 on Bird. The single for Bird, 1 hopped off the left center field wall, and then he was thrown out by Dondre Hubbard. Broderick out of the stretch. Here's his 1-0 delivery, and that's swung through. 1-1 the count. Stompers trying to salvage the week. 2-2 to this point this week. Their Napa stole one yesterday. Bird, the left-handed hitter at the plate. Broderick takes a deep breath. Now he deals on 1-1, and Bird pops it up. Down the left field line, Quitzer puts the glove in the sky to shade his eyes with the sunglasses on. In foul territory, he makes the catch, reaching backward over his head for the second out of the inning. That was a ball that dropped 3 times yesterday in Napa. Quitzer makes a nice play here this afternoon for the second out. We saw that ball drop 3 separate times in yesterday's game. This time, Quitzer makes the adjustment. He makes the catch in foul territory. 2 out. Here's Cody Bishop. Bishop grounded to Gata at second base. He's 0 for 1. Broderick's first pitch to him, and he hits it in the air to center field here. That's hit pretty well. Hubbard over. He'll have room, and he'll make the catch. That ends the inning. No runs on 1 hit. And the Stompers lead 5-1 after 2.5. Brent Gillespie leads us off when we come back in the bottom of the third.
This broadcast is sponsored in part by Sonoma Fit, a state-of-the-art gym located in the Old Bowl Center at 19310 Sonoma Highway. There's no better place with more options to get fit and stay fit. Sonoma Fit offers more than 70 classes a week, including indoor cycling, yoga, TRX, rowing, and strength conditioning. Classes cater to all skill levels from beginners to advanced athletes. And if group classes aren't your thing, Sonoma Fit also offers personal training, small group training, and even sports-specific training. Sonoma Fit is proud to be the official workout facility for the Sonoma Stompers. State-of-the-art equipment, experienced trainers, attentive staff, friendly and helpful members, community-oriented and family-owned. Sonoma Fit is a different gym experience and has locations in Sonoma, Petaluma, and is coming soon to Novato. More information can be found at sonomafitness.com.
Brent Gillespie leads us off in the bottom half of the third inning with the Stompers up 5-1. He takes outside from Jack Gomersall, 1 ball and no strikes. That was pitch number 52 from Gomersall. Here's his 1-0, and Gillespie shoots it down the third baseline, past Gelfman into foul ground. Now over to Kid it is Bishop. He will throw strongly into second base, and Brent Gillespie has a leadoff single. 3 straight innings, a leadoff single for the Stompers. Now Miles Williams will come up. Gotta let off the game with a single. He scored on Quitzer's home run, and then Barfield singled to open the second. He later scored. And now Gillespie trying to continue that trend here in the third with the Stompers up 5-1. First pitch to Williams. He takes a breaking ball in the dirt. Kraus did a nice job just to keep it in front, and Gillespie with the ball squirting away. Not enough speed to try and take second base. Stompers trying to continue the offensive production here in the early innings. Gomersall activated today for his start, the 1-0, and Williams rolls it foul up third. One and one, Williams, who has reached in 15 straight, trying to keep that going here today. Barrios and DeAngelis, who had on-base streaks of their own, not playing today. Barrios, the right thumb injury, and then DeAngelis just a day off. Here's the 1-1, and Williams hits it high to left center. Rocker going over, and he will have plenty of room to camp under it and make the catch. Williams the first out here in the third, and now Jacob Barfield's coming up. Barfield singled back up the middle. It hit off the left side of the mound and bounced over toward Martini at short. He was able to get there and attempt to play, but it snuck under his glove, and a single all the way for Barfield. Right-handed batter stands in. He's in left field today. Gillespie's over at first. The first pitch from Gomersall, and Barfield yanks it foul down the third base line, and the count is 0-1. The 5-1 game in the third here at Palooza Park at Arnold Field. Still 1-1 over in San Rafael. The Silverados in the Pacifics. They're now in the top of the fourth inning. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Jacob Barfield, and a fastball is thrown right by him. It's 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes on Barfield. Singled and scored in the second inning. Gillespie's at first. Here's the 0-2. And that's a broken bat pop-up. The bat leaves the field of play, and now down the left field line, Gelfman is chasing it, and it will fall in foul territory. Barfield's bat broken right at the barrel ring, and the barrel was just sent flying over the third base dugout and into the crowd. And lucky that nobody was here. We've seen bats be thrown out of the field of play, but a broken bat flying that far out, that's a first. Barfield will get a new piece of lumber over in the Stomper dugout. That gives us the chance to remind you that, well, we're off tomorrow. We're back here on Tuesday at 6:05 as we host the Napa Silverados, and looking for a little bit of revenge Tuesday night after what the Silverados did to the Stompers this week. Still 0-2 on Barfield with a man at first and 1 out. Gomersall from the stretch. He kicks, and the 0-2 pitch is a breaking ball. Easy take for Barfield, 1 ball and 2 strikes. It's been up and down the lineup today. Not one part of the lineup has been more productive than the other. One ball, 2 strikes. Gillespie not a threat to run at first. He's being held on by Jacob Wooler. Gomersall, after a long pause on 1 and 2, the breaking ball misses in. Barfield stood there for a second as if he were going to take the breaking ball off the left arm if it didn't bend just enough to get out of the way. The curveball misses him. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Gomersall looks to Gillespie at first, who has a 3-step lead, if that. Here's the 2-2. Barfield, did he break another one? Yep, he did. Barfield lifted up the hand to try and call time, and right as he did that, Gomersall lifted the leg, so Barfield said, oh, shoot, here we go. I have to get ready to hit now. He went inside with a fastball, and Barfield has broken the second bat here in this third inning. How many do you think Barfield has over there? 4, 5, 6? Every single one of them has been a different color. So Barfield just, I think if he gets out of this at bat without breaking another one, it would be a small victory. The count is 2-2. The longest at bat today time-wise, given the fact that he's had to go get 2 brand new bats. Here's the 2-2 pitch, and that's way outside. The count is full. 8th pitch coming up from Gomersall to Barfield. Daniel Molinari in the on-deck circle. Now Barfield calls time. Barfield digs back in. The count is 3-2 with a man at first and 1 out. We're only in the bottom of the third. Gomersall's payoff, and Barfield takes in the dirt. Was that worth breaking 2 bats? Maybe. Barfield walks, and that puts runners at first and second for Molinari. Molinari, a sacrifice bunt. his first time up. Oh, look at the grass today. The grass looks so good. If you're watching on Sonoma TV, you can see that. Boy, Zach Pace and everybody here does such a great job making the field look tremendous on game day. Zach was here early this morning, watering, cutting the grass, making it look as good as it does right now. First and second with one out, Molinari stands in. Gomersal's first pitch, and Molinari takes outside and low. Gomersal is just infatuated with looking at the runners at second base. Last inning when Gata was at second, when Butcher was at second, when Romero was at second, he was just eyes all over him. Kraus goes out to talk to his right-hander. He's looking over at Brent Gillespie like he's Billy Hamilton leading from second base, and then he's going to try and swipe third. Some part of me says that that's just not the case. It may be the fact that it's not Billy Hamilton at second, and the other factor might be that Brent has not stolen a base this year. 1 ball and no strikes on Molinari. First and second, one out. Stompers trying to add on. It's 5-1 here in the third. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That's outside and low again. The outside corner is getting called today. Gomersal just has to bring it up a little bit. It's on that corner, but low. 2 balls and no strikes, and Molinari in a good hitter's count here. He can look for pretty much one pitch. And if he gets it, just unleash. Molinari calls time. No at bat for Molinari, just the sack bunt. Right-hander home on 2-0, and Molinari swings through a two-seamer, and that was a juicy one. Maybe didn't expect a pitch that good over the middle of the plate on 2-0. He got just a piece of it, fouled it into the glove of Kraus. The count is 2 balls and 1 strike. Daniel Diggs back in, the right-handed hitter. He's the DH here this afternoon. Gomersal's 2-1 pitch, and that's outside and low again. When Gomersal has missed, it's been low and away to righties today. That's on all of his pitches, the breaking ball, the fastball. And the occasional high one has gotten away from him here this afternoon. 3 balls and a strike. Here's his pitch to Molinari, and that is low. Back-to-back walks. That loads the bases. Bronson Butcher's coming up with the bases loaded and 1 out. Surprised not to see another visit from Kraus here. With the bases loaded, Butcher, who has knocked in 5 on the season. A prime opportunity here in the third to just blow this thing open. It's 5-1 at the moment. And the Stompers have him loaded with just 1 out. Gillespie's at third, Barfield at second, and Molinari over at first. The first pitch from Gomersal has popped up. Kraus may have room back toward the screen, and he runs out of room. Bronson Butcher with a second life. The count is 0-1. Stompers trying to add on this part of the lineup. Did it last inning. Romero on deck. Butcher at the plate. 0-1 the count. Gomersal at the chest. Here's his pitch to Butcher, and that curveball is in the dirt. Kraus does a nice job to just block it. One ball and 1 strike, and with what little wind we had early in the first inning, it has gone away. The flag lay dormant in center field on the pole. 435 feet away. Gomersal's 1-1, and Butcher hits it on the ground to short. Martini backs up on it. He'll field go to second for 1. Artson slips on the throw to first, but it does get there. A 6-4-3 twin killing, and the Stomper threat is snuffed out here in the third. We'll go to the top of the fourth. The Stompers lead 5-1.
Stompers Baseball is brought to you in part by Sonoma Clean Power. As your local public electricity provider, we source clean energy from renewable resources, geothermal, water, wind, solar, and biomass. And we deliver that power to residents and businesses throughout Sonoma and Mendocino counties. At Sonoma Clean Power, we're invested in the communities we live and work in. We deliver services that enhance quality of life through competitive pricing, improved air quality, and energy efficiency. By changing the way residents source energy, we're able to deliver customer programs that make a difference in everyone's life. Powered by innovative thinking, Sonoma Clean Power was formed to provide a choice beyond for-profit investor-owned utilities, in our case, PG&E. Today, Sonoma Clean Power, or SCP, is a model for community choice programs throughout California. By providing higher percentages of renewable energy that reduce greenhouse gas emissions, our customers are helping solve the climate crisis at a local level.
Luis Martini will lead us off in the top of the fourth inning. 5-1 the Stompers lead. Joseph Broderick on 51 pitches. He's allowed 3 hits through the first 3 innings, just the 1 run. Here's his first pitch to Martini, and that is on the outside corner, and the count is 0-1. Martini, the home run in the first inning, the only run for Salina so far in the ballgame. Broderick deals on 0-1, and Martini swings and misses at a slider. 0-2 the count as we're on to the middle innings here at Palooza Park at Arnold Field. One of these two teams going to snap their losing streak today, the 0-2. I wouldn't really call the Stompers a streak as Martini watches strike 3 on a slider. So good morning, good afternoon, and good night from Broderick, his 3rd strikeout. Stompers not really a streak. They're coming off a loss, just the loss yesterday. Salina, on the other hand, 8 straight. And when you go more than a week without winning a ball game, that starts to wear on you. Here's Broderick's first pitch, and Jacob Wooler pulls it on the ground to first. Gillespie's there. He'll underhand feed to Broderick. Quickly 2 out here in the 4th. Here is Zane Gelfman. He was called out on strikes. 3 strikeouts for Broderick in the game today. Boy, just a picturesque day, really. A beautiful one here today, and nowhere any of us would rather be than right here at Palooza Park at Arnold Field. Gelfman now taking a while to get in the box. Joseph Broderick is standing on the hill just waiting for him to dare step in the box. Here's his first pitch to Gelfman, and he misses outside with a fastball. First ball from Joseph Broderick in the inning, and there's already 2 out. Though only the 5th pitch he's thrown in the game, or the inning, that is. The count is 1-0, and Broderick deals home to Gelfman, and he rolls it on the ground to 3rd. Quitzer has it. He'll throw to first. Gillespie with the stretch, and a 1-2-3 4th inning for Joseph Broderick. We'll go to the bottom half with the Stompers leading at 5-1. Racing Romero will lead us off when we come back.
This broadcast is sponsored in part by Sonoma Fit, a state-of-the-art gym located in the Old Bowl Center at 19310 Sonoma Highway. There's no better place with more options to get fit and stay fit. Sonoma Fit offers more than 70 classes a week, including indoor cycling, yoga, TRX, rowing, and strength conditioning. Classes cater to all skill levels from beginners to advanced athletes. And if group classes aren't your thing, Sonoma Fit also offers personal training, small group training, and even sports-specific training. Sonoma Fit is proud to be the official workout facility for the Sonoma Stompers. State-of-the-art equipment, experienced trainers, attentive staff, friendly and helpful members, community-oriented and family-owned. Sonoma Fit is a different gym experience and has locations in Sonoma, Petaluma, and is coming soon to Nevada. More information can be found at sonomafitness.com.
Cole Langdon, the new pitcher for Salina in the bottom of the fourth inning. So Gomer Song goes 3, allows 5 runs, all earned on 6 hits. Langdon, the right-hander, will come in at 6'3" from Ventress, Louisiana. On the season, a 14.5 ERA in just 8 innings. He's allowed 17 runs, 13 of them earned. 8 strikeouts, 9 walks, and 15 hits against him in those 8 innings. He'll face the 9-1-2 spots. Racing Romero, Nick Gatta, and Dondre Hubbard here in the bottom of the 4th. So the day's over for Gomer Saul on 72 pitches. Langdon's first pitch, and Romero takes down low. Langdon, the hard-throwing right-hander. Against Romero, who's already driven in a run on a double his first time up. Langdon's 1-0, and my goodness. Rawhide better make sure he's not in the area. My goodness. Nick Gatta in the on-deck circle better look out. I mean, that one was not even close, really. There's the 2-0 pitch from Langdon, and that's up and in now on Romero. A little bit of control issues for Langdon right out of the gate. I think Romero's taken all the way here. I think Langdon's missed by about 7 combined feet, and now he throws one right on the inner half for strike 1. How do you protect that? A guy misses 7 feet outside, almost hits you, and then throws it right down the middle. And now that almost got Romero, but it was inside for ball 4 anyway. So Langdon's out of the bullpen. He walks Romero, the first man he faces, and now the lineup flips over. Gatta comes up. He's 2 for 2. Double, 2 runs batted in, and he's scored. So Gatta in his, after getting the day off yesterday from the starting lineup, he did come in defensively and get 1 at bat. Here's Langdon's first pitch. Gatta squares around and takes very high. 1 ball and no strikes to count. Stompers enter the day with a 4-game lead over San Rafael. The Pacifics lead 2-1 in the bottom of the 4th. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning here in a 5-1 Stomper lead. Romero leads from first. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and Gatta takes high and away after squaring around again. 2 balls and no strikes. Gatta in a good count here. Launched a ball to right center field his first time up for his second time up, that is, for a 2-run double. Now he squares around, pops up the bunt, and Cole Langdon is there to make the catch. Gatta trying to bunt for a base hit, pops it right back to the pitcher. We saw Jacob Cox make a terrific play off the mound yesterday. laying out to catch a popped-up bunt and then doubling off a runner over at first. Romero's at first base with 1 out for Hubbard, who's 0 for 2. Hubbard is called out on strikes his first time and then hit a lazy fly ball to center. So here's Langdon's first pitch, and Hubbard takes a hack and fouls it back to the screen. So Langdon, who has been anywhere but around the strike zone here out of the bullpen, deals in strike 1 to Hubbard, who took a big swing. They're straight away against Hubbard in the outfield. Langdon spins and throws to first, and Wohler has to reach down, hit towards his left foot to keep it from getting by. No balls and a strike. Langdon set the right-hander on 0-1 to Hubbard, and that's hit to right center field. Moving over is Bird. He'll make the catch in the gap for the second out. Chris Quitzer will be the batter. 1 for 2 in the game. Of course, the 2-run home run that gave the Stompers the lead back in the first inning, and they put on 3 since then, leading at 5-1. Quitzer, who's moved over to third base in the last 3 games and has really just played a terrific third base, of course, his natural position. Langdon's first pitch to him, and he takes low. Quitzer, the all-conference third baseman at the University of Buffalo in the MAC Conference in 2017. Since then, no baseball program for the University of Buffalo. Langdon's 1-0. Romero goes. Quitzer takes inside, and Romero has it easily. Romero now in scoring position after taking second base. On no throw, the pitch missed down and in. The count is 2 balls and no strikes. Quitzer sitting on something over the plate here. Langdon on 2-0. And Quitzer is tardy on the fastball. Something that we saw in his first at bat today, something that we've seen all week, really. Quitzer being late on the fastball. Baiting Langdon here, maybe. You got a pretty good 2-0 pitch to hit there. Here's the 2-1. And he pulls a fastball down the line at first and foul, says Ron Adams. Couldn't tell from our angle if it had hopped over the bag and didn't go foul until past the bag. But Adams says foul right away, so the count is 2-2. Romero out at second. With 2 gone in the fourth, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Quitzer back in. Now Langdon gives a look out towards second base. Here's his 2-2 pitch, and Quitzer hits it in the air. Right to Rocker in center field. He camps under it and makes the catch. Stompers get a base runner, but do not score. We're through 4 full. It's the Stompers 5, the Stockade 1.
Stompers Baseball is brought to you in part by Sonoma Clean Power. As your local public electricity provider, we source clean energy from renewable resources, geothermal, water, wind, solar, and biomass. And we deliver that power to residents and businesses throughout Sonoma and Mendocino counties. At Sonoma Clean Power, we're invested in the communities we live and work in. We deliver services that enhance quality of life through competitive pricing, improved air quality, and energy efficiency. By changing the way residents source energy, we're able to deliver customer programs that make a difference in everyone's life. Powered by innovative thinking, Sonoma Clean Power was formed to provide a choice beyond for-profit investor-owned utilities, in our case, PG&E. Today, Sonoma Clean Power, or SCP, is a model for community choice programs throughout California. By providing higher percentages of renewable energy that reduce greenhouse gas emissions, our customers are helping solve the climate crisis at a local level.
Ryan Rodriguez leads it off for Salina in the top of the 5th inning in a 5-1 game. Stompers out in front. Scored 2 in the first, 3 in the second to go out to the 5-1 lead. And Rodriguez, who was called out on strikes, will lead things off against Broderick, who deals a fastball high for ball 1. Short outing for Jack Gomersall, activated today for the start. Went 3 innings, allowed all 5 runs on 6 hits. Broderick's 1-0 pitch, and Rodriguez fouls it straight back. 5-2 on the year against this Salina club, who sits 18 games back looking for their 10th win. The 60th pitch of the afternoon from Broderick is a slider pulled into the air into left. Out goes Romero. On comes Barfield, and Jacob Barfield will make the catch. Off the bat initially, Barfield thought it was hit better than it was. Started to go back on it, then broke in. Called off Romero for out number 1. Here's Chuck Rocker. He walked and was caught stealing to end the 2nd inning. Rocker, the only guy to walk against Broderick today. One out, nobody on Broderick's first pitch, and Rocker swings through. No balls and 1 strike. Stompers ending the week here at home. They'll start the week at home on Tuesday. The 0-1 slider is low. Home on Tuesday against Napa at 6:05. Off Wednesday before we're home Thursday and Friday. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and Rocker watches a fastball dip down below the knees. Home all next week until Sunday when we go to San Rafael. Here's the 2-1, and Rocker takes high. Three balls and 1 strike. Broderick deals a 3-1 pitch to Rocker, and that is inside ball 4. So 2 walks for Broderick on the afternoon, both to Chuck Rocker. Here's Nick Kraus, the catcher. Rocker attempted a stolen base in the 2nd. He was thrown out. Bronson Butcher behind the plate. Thrown out a good percentage of runners that have tried to steal on him this year. Kraus stands in. Here's Broderick's first pitch, a slider that clips the outside corner. No balls, 1 strike. Kraus 0 for 1. He grounded to Romero at short his first time. Rocker inches off of first with 1 out. Here's the pitch. He goes. It's called a strike. The throw down to 2nd. Hops up on Nick Gatta. Rocker this time into 2nd base safely with a stolen base. The pitch was called a strike to Nick Kraus, so the count is 0-2. Kraus 9 for his first 22, over a 400 average coming in since being traded to Salina. 0 for 1 today and finds himself behind 0-2. Here's the pitch, and that's outside. One ball, 2 strikes. They're straight away on Kraus, deep all the way around the infield. Broderick at the chest. Here's the 1-2, and that slider is fouled off. He went inside with it that time. Still 1 ball and 2 strikes. Rocker with good speed at 2nd base. He'll take a walking lead. Still inching off the bag. Now scoots back to the bag, and Broderick deals on 1-2, and that's high to Kraus. Stompers wins over San Rafael and Vallejo this week. The 2 losses came to Napa. Here's the 2-2, and that slider has popped up and out of play. Played everybody but Salina until today, trying to win their 6th over the Stockade on what's turned into a rather warm afternoon, up to 82 degrees now. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count. The 7th pitch of the at-bat to Nick Krause coming up from Joseph Broderick after a long pause. He looks to rocker. Now the pitch, and that is outside. Three strikeouts for Broderick, all on that 2-seam fastball and almost that location right there in the corner. The payoff pitch to Krause coming up. The 8th of the at-bat. Now Goddard breaks towards second. The payoff from Broderick is swung on and missed. 4th strikeout of the game for Joseph on the mound. 2 outs here in the 5th. First strikeout swinging for Broderick here this afternoon. Artson, the 9-hitter, will come up. He doubled his first time. A little flare to right that Williams made a slide on, and it got past him. Artson able to get to second base. Then he was stranded out there. Broderick trying to strand Rocker here in the 5th. Here's his first pitch. Artson squares around and takes fastball for strike 1. Arnson at 252. Trying to squeak across another run in the 5th. Broderick's 0-1. A slider freezes Arnson for strike 2. Stompers in the home whites today. Salina in the blue tops and gray bottoms. Broderick way ahead. Nothing in 2 with 2 out. What will he come with to Artson here after a very long pause? Rocker goes. The pitch is on the ground to the left side. Quitzer cannot field it. He was going over to third base to cover for the stolen base and maybe a possible throw. He had to go all the way back to his left. He reached down to try and field it, a hit off of his glove. So the run comes in to score. It's 5-2. And back to the top of the lineup for Justin Bird. Bird 1 for 2. He singled in the first inning. He has Arnson at first base and 2 out now. Quitzer could not field the grounder at third. Broderick's first pitch. Artson bluffs the steal. Now the ball in the dirt gets away from Butcher. Wild pitch allows the runner to go up to second base. 1 ball and no strikes. So officially an error by Quitzer, and the run comes in to score. So no RBI for Artson. Bird looking for his second hit of the afternoon. Left-handed batter. Awaiting the 1-0 from Broderick, who stares into Butcher, now gets the sign. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Bird to right center. That's hit well. Long run for Hubbard. Over near the wall. It is off the light pole. A 2-run shot for Justin Bird, and now just a 1-run game. It's 5-4. 8th home run of the season for Justin Bird, and all of a sudden, a 4-run Stomper lead is a 1-run Stomper lead. Here's Cody Bishop. And that ball absolutely launched off the bat of Justin Bird off the light pole in right center field. First pitch to Cody Bishop is outside from Broderick. 1 ball and no strikes. 8th home run, now 20 RBIs for Bird. His second hit of the day. Here's Broderick's 1-0, and Bishop rolls it on the ground to first. Gillespie will field. He'll flip to Broderick. That ends the inning, but Salina scores 3 times to make it a 1-run game. We're halfway home. We go to the last of the 5th. Brent Gillespie will lead things off when we come back on the Stompers Radio Network and on Sonoma TV.
This broadcast is sponsored in part by Sonoma Fit, a state-of-the-art gym located in the Old Bowl Center at 19310 Sonoma Highway. There's no better place with more options to get fit and stay fit. Sonoma Fit offers more than 70 classes a week, including indoor cycling, yoga, TRX, rowing, and strength conditioning. Classes cater to all skill levels from beginners to advanced athletes. And if group classes aren't your thing, Sonoma Fit also offers personal training, small group training, and even sports-specific training. Sonoma Fit is proud to be the official workout facility for the Sonoma Stompers. State-of-the-art equipment, experienced trainers, attentive staff, friendly and helpful members, community-oriented and family-owned. Sonoma Fit is a different gym experience and has locations in Sonoma, Petaluma, and is coming soon to Novato. More information can be found at sonomafitness.com.
We would like to thank our community partners: Tina Schoen Broker Associates, Sotheby's International Realty, Sonoma Hills Retirement Community, and
CARSTAR Body Best Collision of Sonoma.
social media support is provided by Word Mice.
Brent Gillespie leads us off in the bottom of the 5th inning of what's become just a 1-run game. 3 runs in the top half for Salina, and Gillespie takes inside and low, ball 1. All those runs in that inning unearned for Broderick after the error by Quitzer over at third. The 1-0 pitch to Gillespie misses inside from Cole Langdon. The count is 1-0. Gillespie, the left-handed hitter, back in. The 2-0 pitch, and that's way inside, 3-0. Gillespie 1 for 2 in the game. He singled to lead off the 3rd inning. The 3-0 from Langdon, and he takes outside. A 4-pitch walk opens the bottom of the 5th. Miles Williams, the hitter. 0 for 2 in the ball game. He's grounded to third and flied to center. Hit his 7th home run of the season yesterday in Napa. Now Langdon's first pitch, and he takes inside. So 5 straight balls to open the inning from Cole Langdon. The count is 1-0. Gillespie at first for the 2nd time here this afternoon. Langdon's 1-0, and Williams swings through the fastball. 1 ball and 1 strike. San Rafael has taken a 6-1 lead over Napa now in the bottom of the 5th inning. Langdon out of the stretch. He peeks over the shoulder at Gillespie. Now throws on 1-1 and misses way inside to Williams. Two balls and a strike Stompers, who led 5-1 at one point, now just lead at 5-4. Salina clawing their way back into this one. The 2-1 pitch. Oh, how did that not get him? Somehow it snuck underneath the arm of Miles Williams to make the count 3-1. Gillespie leads from first, nobody out. Here's the 3-1 pitch, and that's way outside. Back-to-back walks here in the fifth. That brings up Jacob Barfield. If there's one thing that Barfield likes, it's day games here at Palooza Park. Last time we played a day game here for the first time, if that made any sense at all. He hit 2 home runs. Two walks to open the inning by Cole Langdon. One to Gillespie, one to Williams. Jacob Barfield, who's walked and recorded a base hit today. We're in the bottom of the fifth inning. Mound visit now is concluded. Krause went out there to talk to Langdon as well as Ben Herrick, the pitching coach. The meeting has concluded. A good starting point. Back-to-back walks. Now it's up to Barfield. Barfield, right-handed hitter against the right-handed Cole Langdon. Here's his first pitch, and that is inside. Langdon has not been around the strike zone here in the fifth. Just one strike on 10 pitches here in this inning. Threw only 15 pitches to get out of the fourth. He did allow one walk in that inning. Now his 1-0, and that's inside to Barfield. It almost got the jersey. 2-0, a good count for Barfield if Langdon could get something over the plate. Difficult to sit on one pitch and just get out of the way of a heat-seeking fastball for your life, and he misses way inside here. Langdon in danger of walking the bases loaded. Three balls, no strikes, first and second, nobody out, and Barfield likely taking all the way. The 3-0 is right down Broadway. Three balls and a strike. Just a one-run lead, bottom of the fifth. 5-4 ball game. Here's the 3-1, and that's inside and low, and Langdon has walked the bases loaded. 4 walks for Langdon. 7 overall for Salina in the ball game, and now here's Daniel Molinari. Molinari without an at-bat today. He's laid down a sacrifice bunt, and he has walked. 7 times the Stompers have walked in the first 4+ innings as we're in the bottom of the fifth. Salina badly wanting to lose that 8th-game losing streak. Who wouldn't? First pitch to Daniel Molinari is inside, ball 1. Stompers all over. Gillespie at third, Williams at second, and Barfield at first, all on walks. Halfway through the ball game. Langdon's 1-0 pitch, and Molinari swings and misses at a fastball. 1 ball and 1 strike. Molinari, who's driven in 7 on the year, has the DH duties here this afternoon. Just a base hit will do. Langdon working from the stretch. His 1-1 pitch. Inside to Molinari, 2-1. They're straight away all the way around. Molinari at 275. He awaits the 2-1. Here it is from Langdon, and that is way outside. It took away the glove of Kraus. Here comes Gillespie, and there will be no throw. Wild pitch from Langdon allows the runner to score, and it was way outside and high to Molinari. It did catch the glove of Kraus and took the glove with it. The glove came flying off the hand of Kraus, both the glove and the ball. Rolled toward the backstop, so a run scores. It's 6-4. Stompers now lead by 2. The count is 3-1 to Daniel Molinari. Still same situation. Trying for a base hit to bring more runners home here in the 5th inning. 2-run Stomper lead. Here's the 3-1 from Langdon, and Molinari swings through the fastball, and the count is full. Bronson Butcher on deck. Williams is at third. Barfield is at second. Still nobody out. Molinari, the backup catcher from Redwood City. The DH today trying to bring home a couple of more. Langdon's payoff, and that's outside, and he has walked 4 hitters here in this 5th inning. How much longer will he go? Salina has a right-hander up in the bullpen. And here comes Ben Herrick. Chuck Rocker, player-manager, will jog in from center field. And Cole Langdon, who has walked 4 straight batters here in the 5th to put the Stompers out to a 6-4 lead. And Rocker will point to the bullpen, so we'll have a pitching change. 6-4 Stompers lead in the 5th. Bases loaded, nobody out, new pitcher. This pitching change brought to you by Sonoma Hills Retirement, and we'll have the new pitcher for you when we return. New pitcher for Salina. Here in the bottom of the 5th inning will be right-hander Aaron Sheeks, listed as a position player but has made 7 appearances. This will be his 8th. 9 1/3 innings. 13 hits against him with a 4.82 ERA. 6 strikeouts and 2 walks, so Sheeks will come in. He'll face Bronson Butcher. Cole Langdon goes just 1 inning, and he walks 4 batters here in the 5th, allowing a run to score, and the Stompers lead at 6-4. Bronson Butcher, he's walked, scored a run in the 2nd, and bounced into a 6-4-3 double play in the 3rd. Butcher had bases loaded in the third inning, failed to get a run home, so redemption time here in the fifth. Sheeks his first pitch, and Butcher takes a fastball at the knees for strike one. Sheeks will not come at you with any sort of really high velocity, the 6-footer from Miami. A long look to Kraus now working out of the stretch. His 0-1 pitch, and that's outside.
Who dumped a whole truckload of fizzies into the swim meet?
1 ball, 1 strike. Stompers everywhere with nobody out in the fifth. Sheeks at the belt. Now the 1-1, and Butcher takes outside, ball 2. Two and 1, Butcher in a good count here. Trying to record his first hit of the day. Sheeks his 2-1 pitch. Outside and low. 4 walks already in the inning, and now Sheeks has come in and fallen behind Butcher 3-1. Another right-hander is up in the Salina bullpen. Stompers have him jammed here in the fifth, the 3-1, and Butcher tops it softly on the ground to third, charging Gelfman. The off-balance throw to first will be in time. Butcher's retired for the first out. He does drive in a run. Williams scores the 6th RBI of the season for Butcher, and that gets the job done. Rayson Romero will come up, second and third, still only 1 out. Romero doubled with men in scoring position earlier to drive in a run, then he walked. So he's 1 for 1. One of the best hitters in the Stomper lineup this week. Really over the last 10 games or so. Right-handed batter stands in, playing shortstop here today. Sheeks his first pitch, and Romero takes strike 1 on the outside corner. Really no such velocity at all from Sheeks. Stomper hitters here this inning just going to have to really try and sit back and punch something the other way. He's staying away from the hitters, at least the first 2 that he's faced. On the outside corner to Butcher and to Romero to start the at-bat. He looks out towards second base. Here's his 0-1 pitch, and Romero fouls it back to the screen. Four walks and an RBI ground out in the inning. Stompers up 7-4. Romero has fallen behind, 0-2. Sheeks is ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and that is outside, ball 1. One ball, 2 strikes. Sheeks is pitched to Romero. That's hit in the air to center field. A rocker coming in on it. He'll make the catch. Barfield bluffs the tag from third. Romero fails to get a run home on the fly ball, and now the lineup will flip over for Nick Gatta. He is 2 for 3 with a double. Two for 7 with men in scoring position today are the Stompers. The 2 hits, both doubles, one from Romero and one from this man, Nick Gatta. He's accounted for 3 of the Stompers' 7 runs today. Scored once, drove in 2. Sheeks his first pitch, and Gatta has to scoot out of the way, and he takes a fastball off the inside part of the plate. 1 ball, no strikes. Bottom 5, a 7-4 Stompers lead. Gatta awaits the 1-0 pitch from Aaron Sheeks. Here it comes, and Gatta takes outside. Stomper hitters who have really been ahead in the count all afternoon. Very disciplined at the plate. Only struck out twice. Those both came in the first inning. Here's the 2-0, and Gata shoots it foul down third. 2 balls and a strike. Stompers 2 in the first, 3 in the second, 2 here in the 5th inning. Salina 1 in the first and 3 in the top half of this 5th inning. Sheeks will step off the back of the rubber, and he wants Nick Krause to go through the signs again. We've only really seen one pitch from Sheeks. Here's his 2-1. Gata hits it in the air to left. That's slicing away from Bishop toward the corner. It is out of here. Nick Gata goes the other way. A 3-run shot, his second home run, and it is 10-4. Sliced it down the left field line. He snuck it over the left field wall into the corner. A 3-run shot, and Gata has driven in 5 today. That home run brought to you by Epicenter. Make your next family adventure an epic one at Epicenter. So here is Dondre Hubbard. Hubbard has seen his teammates have a ton of success today. He's 0 for 3, and he'd like to join in on the fun. 5 runs in the 5th, and the Stompers lead it 10-4. Here's the first pitch to him, and he is way out in front of the first pitch from Sheeks, and the count is 0-1. All 4 of those runs go to Cole Langdon, 4 of the 5 in the inning. So an inning for Langdon. 4 runs all earned on no hits. That'll hurt. Hubbard hits a hanging breaky ball into right center field. Rocker is over, and he'll make the catch. 5 runs come across in the bottom of the 5th inning, and the Stomper lead extended to 10-4. We'll go to the 6th. 3, 4, 5 spots, and a special guest joining us on the air when we come back.
This broadcast is sponsored in part by Sonoma Fit, a state-of-the-art gym located in the Old Bowl Center at 19310 Sonoma Highway. There's no better place with more options to get fit and stay fit. Sonoma Fit offers more than 70 classes a week, including indoor cycling, yoga, TRX, rowing, and strength conditioning. Classes cater to all skill levels from beginners to advanced athletes. And if group classes aren't your thing, Sonoma Fit also offers personal training, small group training, and even sports-specific training. Sonoma Fit is proud to be the official workout facility for the Sonoma Stompers. State-of-the-art equipment, experienced trainers, attentive staff, friendly and helpful members, community-oriented and family-owned. Sonoma Fit is a different gym experience and has locations in Sonoma, Petaluma, and is coming soon to Nevada. More information can be found at sonomafitness.com.
We would like to thank our community partners: Tina Schoen, Broker Associates, Sotheby's International Realty, Sonoma Hills Retirement Community, and
CARSTAR Body Best Collision of Sonoma.
And social media support is provided by Word Mice.
Louis Martini will lead it off for Salina in the top of the 6th inning, with Joseph Broderick back out to the mound to face the 3-4-5 hitters. Here's his 91st pitch of the afternoon, and he misses outside with a slider. 1 ball and no strikes. And as promised, special guest here this afternoon, General Manager Brett Kramer is on the air with us here today. And, well, just a lazy Sunday, and the Stompers enjoying a 10-4 lead. Martini on the ground to short. Romero backs up on it. The long throw. And that's a nice play from Racing Romero to retire Martini 1 out.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. It's a beautiful day for baseball, and Gorgeous day in Sonoma County, 85 degrees and sunny. Couldn't ask for a much better day to play some Sunday baseball to round up the week.
It's just, I don't think the day could be any more perfect than it is today. We have a lot going on in town today. I know that. It was hard to find parking at the ballpark today. First pitch to Rollers outside, ball one.
Yeah, all things considered, I think everybody found their way here, and we have a great attendance, a great crowd tonight, or today, I guess I should say. And, it's been a great day.
There's the 1-0, and Wohler pops it out of play. Something that the Stompers didn't do yesterday was take advantage of the pitching mistakes by Napa. Most certainly doing that here this afternoon.
Yeah, Sheeks came into the ball game and contributed immediately for him, but I think he was 1 or 2 pitches away from getting out of that inning pretty much unscathed. But got to made him pay with his 3rd hit of the day and sending a ball over the left field fence right there.
How about that? A guy that's throwing at you without much velocity. I mean, I don't want to call it, a batting practice velocity. Certainly, that's just rude. And Broderick fields a 1-hop comebacker, and he'll underhand to throw Wohler out at first. But it's hard. People don't understand how hard it actually is to get enough on it to actually hit it out when a guy's not throwing that hard.
Yeah, I think you'll see in this league there's a variance, anywhere from 85 all the way to 95, 97 as you see a couple guys on our team. So, I mean, for a batter, it's just that approach that you have every single day and what can you do with and what you're working with. And Gatto was able to accomplish that at bat and did a good job building that 6-run lead for us.
I think even more impressively going the other way.
True.
Here is Zane Gelfman, the third baseman. And he hits it out of play off to the right-hand side. He's 0 for 2. And Broderick, after only going 2 2/3 in his last start, this may be his last inning. He came in with 90 pitches, but a really good bounce-back start for him, especially on a Sunday afternoon after a day game yesterday. Just trying to get the team back on track.
Yeah, absolutely. And, I think he was thrown on 4 days rest on his second start of the season, and this is his first start since then. So 6 full days rest. I know he's rearing ready to go, and, we're seeing that here today.
1-1 the count on Gelfman. And it never fails, I think, anybody that has been watching or listening when you come on the air. After 2 quick outs, they expect this to be a 1-2-3 inning. And I know in baseball, of course, we don't like to ruin things, especially for Broderick as he misses outside. But it seems like you bring quick innings with you, which could be good and could be bad depending on the situation. And right now I think it's a good thing.
Yeah, I think it's a good thing as well. And, Joe's been cruising for the most part throughout this game. Had a little trouble last inning, but, defense was able to step up and get his back.
Here's his 2-1 to Gelfman, and that's low. 3 balls and 1 strike. You mentioned the word defense. It faltered a little bit yesterday, but one bright spot, maybe even 2, have been the corner infield positions with Chris Quitzer in his 3rd start at third base, and Brent Gillespie is over at first base now. And so far, those 2 positions, it's really paid off well for you and for manager Zach Pace and really for the Stompers as a whole. Broderick deals strike 2 on the outside corner.
No, absolutely. I mean, we've played against Brent for a couple years, so we know what he's capable of at that first base and even a little bit of second base position as well. And then you talked about it a little bit earlier in the broadcast, Chris Quitzer, all-conference at University of Buffalo, so he's very familiar there, has, 4 or 5 years of experience at that third base position. And, we've also been hit with the injury bug, as you know. So Pedro going down with an injury yesterday and, Nick Kern just coming back after rehabbing his hamstring. So we have been missing a couple of our infielders, but it's kind of that next man up mentality, as cliche as that is. But, plugging guys in and letting the game play itself out, sometimes you got to do that.
3-2 breaking ball. Hits Gelfman in the back, so of course we bring it up. And not a 1-2-3 inning for Broderick, but he will face Ryan Rodriguez, a designated hitter. Nobody's up in the bullpen, so maybe stretch Broderick out a little bit today, especially with the 10-4 lead, you think, if he's able to get through the rest of the 6th inning on minimal pitches?
I would think so. I think his next start is, next Saturday or Sunday, so he's going to have, a full 5 days rest once again. So once he goes after that 100-pitch mark, I'm sure we'll have pitching coach Mike Nunez will have a little bit closer eye on him, but I think he's flirting around that threshold right now.
Oh, and he's looked sharp, too. It's, the pitch count's up there. He's struck out 4. He's walked 2. High-stress innings, maybe a couple today for Broderick, but quick 2 outs here, and then the hit batsman. Rodriguez, the hitter, on 0-1. And that's chopped on the ground to third. Quitzer fields on 1 hop. He'll throw to first. That ends the top of the 6th. So we go to the home half of the 6th inning. 3-4-5. Quitzer will lead off when we come back.
Stompers Baseball is brought to you in part by Sonoma Clean Power. As your local public electricity provider, we source clean energy from renewable resources, geothermal, water, wind, solar, and biomass. And we deliver that power to residents and businesses throughout Sonoma and Mendocino counties. At Sonoma Clean Power, we're invested in the communities we live and work in. We deliver services that enhance quality of life through competitive pricing, improved air quality, and energy efficiency. By changing the way residents source energy, we're able to deliver customer programs that make a difference in everyone's life. Powered by innovative thinking, Sonoma Clean Power was formed to provide a choice beyond for-profit investor-owned utilities, in our case PG&E. Today, Sonoma Clean Power, or SCP, is a model for community choice programs throughout California. By providing higher percentages of renewable energy that reduce greenhouse gas emissions, our customers are helping solve the climate crisis at a local level.
We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. The Stompers lead at 10-4, a healthy lead. Chris Quitzer will lead things off against Aaron Sheeks. Quitzer, Gillespie, Williams, 3-4-5. Well, the Stompers made a couple of moves this week, and no better person to chat about those moves with than, of course, our general manager, Brett Kramer, is here in the booth with us. As Quitzer will face Sheeks. He'll work from the stretch, and his first pitch is on the inside corner for strike one. George Fayou, the left-hander, was signed this week, and he made one appearance, and well, he's still here today. And just the craziness of, the Pacific Association independent baseball, the moves that seem to come almost every day, even though they're about a week and a half apart sometimes. But it seems like people are on the move left and right.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's kind of just the nature of independent league baseball in a nutshell. Speaking about George specifically, we noticed him in the Pecos League where he had 60-plus strikeouts in just over 35 innings or something along those lines.
Quitzer yanks it down the right field line, and it hooks foul. He almost had his second of the day, and instead it's 1-2.
And he got promoted to the American Association, so we thought that we missed out on him right there. And, he was there for a week or two, and they let him go, and he pitched fairly well. Sometimes it's just a numbers game, or they're bringing in, a hot prospect or whatever they think might fit their needs. And we gave George a call, and he was interested in coming out, so he flew out from Minnesota, threw a scoreless inning right after he got off the plane for us, and later that day he got a call from Florence Freedom. So we're excited for him to be joining the Frontier League on Monday or Tuesday here, and kind of the process goes along for the Sonoma Stompers and George.
2 balls and 2 strikes, the count on Quitzer. Here's the pitch from Sheeks, and that is hit high to right center. Moving back, Bird now coming in, and he'll make the catch. So Quitzer just gets under it for the first out. And how about that? He was in the bullpen, like you said. He flew in from Minnesota, Cochrane, Minnesota, got here and then went on the road to Vallejo. He was half asleep down in the bullpen, and rightfully so.
Yeah, he probably had some jet lag, and I was talking about it earlier in the half inning about when we got hit with the injury bug, and then it's kind of the next man up. We've had multiple guys drive from hours away. Champy Luca was the first to do it, Willie Ethington, Connor Leadholm, and George kind of
Gillespie in the air to right. That's hooking, and it is foul. Not by much.
So kind of just add George to that list of names right there, and he stepped in and fulfilled that role, and we needed him, and got the job done for us.
Yeah, I think he came into that game very late, so probably about 9 o'clock here, which would be midnight, of course, or very close to midnight over in Minnesota, maybe even 9:30 here. And you talked about the jet lag. And pitching coach Mike Nunez went down and said, hey, George, you want to throw? And he kind of perked up and went, well, yeah, I want to throw. And that's exactly the attitude. And, we've spoke about the culture before, but those are things that you can't measure on paper. And you just get a guy that he just got off a plane, and of course he wants to throw. Why wouldn't he? That's why he's here. Absolutely. And, those are the guys that you want on your team that are going to go out to the ball field and compete day in and day out and give you all they got 24/7, 365. And I think, George exemplifies that and was able to help the team out and help us get a win in Vallejo, a much-needed win. Here's the 0-2, and Gillespie is down on what looked like maybe even a changeup from Aaron Cheeks. His first strikeout and the first time the Stompers have struck out since the first inning. So here's Miles Williams. So just when you think as a general manager that you've got a guy and maybe you can, I don't want to say take a break, but maybe breathe. And when of course, you always have guys that you're looking at to bring in or to move and things of that nature, but the dude's here for a day. He throws one inning, and now he's going to be leaving. Yeah, I think like we talked about, that's just the nature of the business. You're always looking for the next thing and what can help your ball club out because, as you know, in this industry, anything can happen, whether it's your star outfielder, star pitcher, star catcher, whatever it may be. You always got to be looking and always got to have a list of guys rearing ready to go. And who do you think will fit your culture that you've created for your ball club? And, I think with the list of guys that we had and the list of guys that we brought in and the guys that we got promoted have all kind of fit into that structure for us. And, I give a lot of credit to our manager, Zach Pace, as well, who's done a phenomenal job once again this season after setting the league record last season for us, as well as, kind of embodying that culture for us. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Miles Williams from Aaron Cheeks, and this one misses outside. Back-to-back curveball from Cheeks. How about that to start the at-bat to Williams? He has a couple of pitches get hammered, but they stayed in the ballpark. Yeah, we've been hitting the ball hard this half inning, but a lot of the word is out on Miles. A lot of guys try and throw him softer and hope to get him to chase, and that's what you're seeing here with Cheeks. Right-hander throws on 1-1, and this one is outside, and he has to be careful, especially the position guy. He has pitched this year, not that he doesn't pitch, but if you flip one over soft enough and it just hangs over the middle of the plate, Williams will hit it way out of here. Yeah, I think he's hit a couple home runs this week, right, for us? He has, and he takes a curveball inside. 3-1. He hit one in Vallejo. He hit one yesterday, and the one yesterday I don't think's landed yet. 3-1. I mean, over the trees and everything in left field at Napa, off the bat, it just sounded a little bit different. You know what that sounds like. You hit a lot of home runs in your day, didn't you? I was more of a pitcher, but it's okay, me too. That's all right. Miles done a great job, specifically last year too, having that career year with 20+ home runs and 60 RBIs and over 60 RBIs and about 60 games played. So we're hoping he can get up to that again this year. He takes ball 4 outside here. So just after Cheeks thought and the Stockade thought that the walking parade was over, he walks Williams with 2 out. And here comes Barfield. How about finding Barfield at home in left field? Not that that's his everyday position now, but with DeAngelis getting a day off, thought about trying him out in left field? Yeah, absolutely. He's a guy that we just kind of throw into the fire, and he's done a great job of just taking on that challenge, whether that it's at third base, first base, or left field. And I think I talked to him the other day, and he hasn't played a lot of left field. I think last year with Martinez he played, a couple dozen innings in the outfield. So he's still getting used to it, and, during BP he's taking his reps out there. But, I know he wants to get thrown back into that fire at third base and contribute at first as well. So he's just a guy that's very you can just throw him in a mix of positions, and he's a guy that you got to have his bat in the lineup. I think he's got 10 home runs and 7 doubles in 35 games. So that's an extra base hit every other game. That's just something you got to have in your lineup. He's reached all 3 times today, a single and 2 walks. He's scored twice. And Nick Gata has just been a majority of the offense today, and that 1-1 is roped foul up third. Gata with a 2-run double, a 3-run home run, and he's scored. So he himself, 6 of the 10 Stomper runs today after getting the day off yesterday. He came into the game late. His on-base streak, unfortunately, was snapped. I don't know if that's unfortunate for him or just unfortunate for me. I liked talking about it. Hey, that's all right. He made it up today with a single, double, and a homer, so he's only a triple away from the cycle. That's right, and the breaking ball is high to Barfield, 2-2. Sheik's another guy you have to be careful with here. It seems like 1 through 9. You just have to be careful in any count against this team. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch, and that curveball is popped way up. Kraus back toward the screen, and it will get out of play. If you're the opposing pitcher, since you talked about a little bit about your pitching career, not much about it, but just the fact that you threw, what do you throw into Barfield here on 2-2?
I have one to play with, so I'd probably throw a little off speed off the plate and see if I can get him to chase a little bit. But talking about our at-bats, you know, nine walks through 5+ innings, that's a great approach from our entire team.
The 2-2 is popped up on the right side of the infield. Arntzen, the second baseman, shielding his eyes with the bare hand, now makes the catch. Stompers get a base runner on the 2-out walk. And we'll go to the 7th, the bottom third of the order, coming up for Salina.
This broadcast is sponsored in part by Sonoma Fit, a state-of-the-art gym located in the Old Bowl Center at 19310 Sonoma Highway. There's no better place with more options to get fit and stay fit. Sonoma Fit offers more than 70 classes a week, including indoor cycling, yoga, TRX, rowing, and strength conditioning. Classes cater to all skill levels from beginners to advanced athletes. And if group classes aren't your thing, Sonoma Fit also offers personal training, small group training, and even sports-specific training. Sonoma Fit is proud to be the official workout facility for the Sonoma Stompers. State-of-the-art equipment, experienced trainers, attentive staff, friendly and helpful members, community-oriented and family-owned. Sonoma Fit is a different gym experience and has locations in Sonoma, Petaluma, and is coming soon to Nevada. More information can be found at sonomafitness.com.
Chuck Rocker will lead it off for Salina in the top of the 7th inning. Stompers lead at 10-4. New pitcher Willie Ethington out on the hill, the 6'3" right-hander from Mesa, Arizona. He throws a fastball by Rocker. The count is 0-1. So since we have you here, Brett, just speak on the start from Broderick today after only lasting 2 2/3 last time, 6 innings. 4 runs, but only 1 earned. He struck out 4 and just walked 2, and that fastball is inside 1-1.
Yeah, I thought he pitched very well, and you know, our defense was there to back him up when it mattered. And I think the only thing that hurt him today was his pitch count, and you know, periodically falling behind batters. So if there's constructive criticism, that's where it would be. But overall, a solid performance, and a much needed pitching from Joseph as well. Sorry, I had a fly right in front of me there.
We're getting pestered with a whole bunch of stuff today. 104 pitches for Broderick, and really out of the guy that's quote-unquote your number 5 starter, if you will. Ethington on 2-1, and Rocker takes low. 3 balls and a strike. You really can't ask for anything else. 6 innings on a Sunday afternoon, and he leaves with a 10-4 lead in line for what might be his 2nd win. 3-1 the count on Rocker. Ethington comes into the game 3-0 with a 4.95 ERA. He struck out 11 and walked 10 in 20 innings, and he deals strike 2 to Rocker at the knees, and the count is full. Rocker's done a nice job today just getting on base. He's walked twice.
Yeah, he's kind of a Swiss Army knife for the Salina Stockade, manager, player, sometimes pitches, and, he's done a great job for the Salina Stockade this year. Oh.
3-2, and Rocker's hit right between the numbers. Fastball just got away from Ethington. In the last couple of appearances from Ethington, he just hasn't been as sharp as we saw him when he first got here. Trying to settle in and find some sort of a groove here in the 7th inning. He'll face Kraus after hitting Rocker, and Rocker was frustrated there that he got hit. I don't think it was the fact that he was drilled, just that it got him right in the back. I mean, sometimes no meat there to protect you.
Yeah, he's a ball player. He got up right away, and I wouldn't be surprised if he tried to steal second base in this event.
He tried in the second, and he was thrown out, and then he stole a base. There he goes. The pitch is inside, and Butcher with no throw. So the second stolen base for Chuck Rocker. He's now in scoring position. 1 ball and no strikes to count. Kraus hitting very well since coming over from Vallejo, and then today he's 0 for 2.
Yeah, he's an experienced player. Last year I think he was with the Florence Freedom in the Frontier League, started this season in the Admirals, and, now he's contributing right away for the Salina Stockade and, providing some depth at that catching position for him.
Ethington deals in a strike. 1-1 the count. Ethington, the guy that was drafted by the Red Sox in the 17th round in 2012 out of Mountain View High School. So he has 3 years of affiliated experience. He comes over. Did you have any intent of maybe him hitting for this team?
Maybe as a backup plan.
Yeah.
I think initially we looked at him as, a bullpen guy, 7th, 8th inning guy for us, and I think he's been able to do that, right away for us.
There goes Rocker. The pitch is low. The throw from Butcher is not in time. So Rocker steals 2 bases here in the 7th, and he's over at third in a 2-1 count. Because he didn't hit this year.
He did not. No, I think
Or he didn't pitch,
he tried out for a couple teams in our league at some open tryouts and private workouts, and wasn't signed, and went back to the Pecos League and contributed for the, I believe it was California Bakersfield. Bakersfield. I believe it was Bakersfield, and threw a couple scoreless innings, and I remembered him from that open tryout, and at that time we had just lost DJ Sharabi to Claiborne, and thought that he would be a good fit for us, and he was. He's been lights out of the pen for us. As you mentioned, not as sharp the last time out, but he's done great for us.
His career hitting at .321 average, 21 home runs and 128 runs batted in, and he's coming out of the bullpen. He must be an even better pitcher, which he is.
Exactly, and he had that experience with the Boston Red Sox affiliate, and then also in the Pecos League, he was throwing 15, 20 innings a year there as well.
Kraus on the ground, left side, diving stop by Quitzer. He stands up and throws to first. A run does come in to score, but that's just a breath of fresh air for you and for Zach Pace and for all the Stomper fans that have seen just a little bit of struggle over at third base here so far through the first 35-plus games, and the run does come in to score. Kraus's 5th RBI, but that's just a terrific play by Chris Quitzer.
Yeah, that's a heck of a play by Quits there, and he's probably going to make it harder on myself and Zach Pace who to put at third base now. But he's been playing great the last handful of games he's been over there, and that's a great play right there.
10-5 now in the 7th, and Omar Artson squares around, pulls back, and takes strike 1 across the letters. Artson has reached twice, a double and an error. That error was by Quitzer. A tough play, more or less, though, going to cover the bag at third and then having to go back to try and field a ball to his left. Just unfortunate that he did get charged with that error. Here's the 0-1. Ethington has Artson way out in front. And the count is 0-2. So since Rocker, Ethington has looked a lot better. Of course, he has a 5-run lead with which to work. But so did Broderick earlier on in the game. And a little bit of sloppy defense let Salina back in. But the offense just came right to life right away. 1-2.
Yeah, and I think you talked about it earlier, but just grinding out at bats, and I think we saw it when Langdon was in his 2nd inning of work there. But 4 walks and really challenging him and making him throw strikes and get the ball across the plate.
1-2 hit on the ground up the middle. A long run for Romero, and he makes a tremendous play behind the bag, and he throws out Omar Artson. Romero with good range, not the strongest arm at short, but the good footwork. He's able to get plenty behind it to throw Arnson out. So 2 out, and now Justin Bird will be the hitter.
Right fielder Justin Bird.
Stompers trying to win the week here today. 2-2 coming into this one. And Salina, who has lost 8 straight.
And although they've lost 8 straight, they play a lot of teams tough. I think they had a doubleheader in Vallejo and Centerfell yesterday, and they were up at both separate points in both of those ball games, including in the 8th and 9th inning in Centerfell, but they just weren't able to pull it out and close out that 10th win of the season.
Now you're wondering maybe at home if you don't pay as close of attention to the other teams in the league as the Stompers, and Bird has just hit his 2nd home run of the game. No doubt. Off the bat of Bird, his 9th, and it's 10-6. But the Stockade, you might be thinking, oh, well, Sanderfeld walked off on him yesterday. A hit by pitch tied the game in that 9th inning, and then a walk-off walk. Can't Salina pitch? Well, the answer is they can. You're playing 2 games in a day. You're a travel team. No home games. You're going to a different yard every single day. That takes a toll.
Absolutely. No, you hit the nail on the head right there. And, these guys are tired. And as I like to say, they're grinding out this entire league each day in and day out. And, they're not going to have their A-plus stuff every single day, but they're gonna give you their all, and they're going to go 110% every day. And you're seeing that here. They play us tough. They've beaten us a couple times, including opening night and 4th of July. So, these guys can play, and they can play at a high level. And they've done a good job competing.
Here's Bishop. He's 0 for 3. He took ball 1 from Ethington. The 1-0 pitch is fouled out of play. And going back to the days they played doubleheaders like yesterday, in that game, Biderowski came in the 9th. And I didn't look at the box score in the first game. There's a possibility that he did throw. I bet he didn't in that first game. But Zach Pace tries to give the relievers at least a day in between appearances. The 1-1 to Bishop is fouled off. Chuck Rocker really doesn't have that luxury sometimes. Sometimes he has to use the whole bullpen in one day, and the first half of the bullpen throws in the first game, and the last half throws in the last game. Then you got to go play a game tomorrow.
And you know how it goes, too. You have a game plan going into a game, but something happens, or a guy has a nagging injury or whatever it may be, or a clutch situation, and then you kind of change your entire game plan up after that, and things don't always go according to plan. So you got to prepare for the unexpected, I guess.
Ethington strikes out Bishop. That ends the top of the 7th. Stretch time here at Palooza Park at Arnold Field. 2 runs come across for the Stockade. We go to the bottom of the 7th. It's the Stompers 10, Salina 6.
Stompers Baseball is brought to you in part by Sonoma Clean Power. As your local public electricity provider, we source clean energy from renewable resources, geothermal, water, wind, solar, and biomass. And we deliver that power to residents and businesses throughout Sonoma and Mendocino counties. At Sonoma Clean Power, we're invested in the communities we live and work in. We deliver services that enhance quality of life through competitive pricing, improved air quality, and energy efficiency. By changing the way residents source energy, we're able to deliver customer programs that make a difference in everyone's life. Powered by innovative thinking, Sonoma Clean Power was formed to provide a choice beyond for-profit investor-owned utilities, in our case PG&E. Today, Sonoma Clean Power, or SCP, is a model for community choice programs throughout California. By providing higher percentages of renewable energy that reduce greenhouse gas emissions, our customers are helping solve the climate crisis at a local level.
New pitcher for the Stockade here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Zach Williams will come on. This will be the 11th game in which he's appeared, a 5.78 ERA. So Omar Artson gets the job done. Aaron Sheeks gets the job done in 2 innings, allows a run on a hit. We are in the last half of the 7th inning, and Daniel Molinari will lead it off against Zach Williams, who was a Stomper at one point, now playing for the Stockade. And we still have Stomper General Manager Brett Kramer here with us for another half inning or so. And we're enjoying the Stompers' 10-6 lead in the bottom third of the order coming up here in the 7th. Daniel Molinari still without at bat today, a sac bunt, 2 walks, scored a run. It's not a bad day, I guess, if you're Molinari. Being all over the bases, you don't even have an at bat.
Yeah, and talking about grinding out at bats, I think on 1 or 2 of those, it was a 5 or 6 pitch at bat as well, and he was able to work his way on and make the pitcher work, get that pitch count up, and that's exactly what you want. And then in that first at bat, that sacrifice hit, moving the runner over, which later came around and scored in that inning, being Barfield.
5-pitch walk, a 6-pitch walk, and it's nice to see the guy get the bunt down on the first attempt, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Here's Williams' first pitch, and Molinari hits it in the air to left. Not all that deep. Racing in on it is Bishop, and he'll get there in time. So Molinari fists it to left. It does not fall, so he now does have an at-bat today, but unfortunately for him, it turns into an out, and Bronson Butcher will be the hitter. Butcher did his job in the 5th inning that was, driving in a run. He had ground out, but he drove in his 6th of the year. You think he's happy with that, even though he's hitless today, but he contributed driving in a run when he needed to?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, in a tough scenario, you always want to try and muscle up and get the job done. And I know he wanted to get a hit, but just getting that run across in a tight game, that was much needed for us.
Stompers with 5 in the 5th inning. Salina with 2 in the top half. They've closed the gap. It's 10-6, and Williams misses outside for ball 2. Marshall Shills up in the Stomper bullpen. Haven't seen him in a couple of days. The 2-0. Butcher pops it up. Shallow left. Martini. 2 out. So with that off day coming tomorrow and then a game Tuesday and off day on Wednesday, does Zach Pace manage the bullpen a little bit differently today? Just give everybody 1 inning, knowing that there's going to be off days coming up?
I think it all depends on the scenario and where we're at in the game, but I think ideally, yeah, you want all your guys to go 1 inning, get a little bit of work in, and stay sharp and get that game rep. But as you know, things can change fast in a ball game, and you saw that here. I think we've had 1 or 2 lead changes, so we'll just see what happens in these last 2 innings here.
So here's Romero with 2 out, nobody on. Williams' first pitch on the outside corner for strike 1. Williams a hard thrower.
Absolutely, and he's bounced around a little bit in his, I believe, 3 years. He was actually with Sonoma in 2017 and back to the Pecos League last year, and here he is with Salina in 19.
The 0-1, and Romero fouls it off of his foot. Did those ever heal?
Those hurt. I've done that a couple times, and it's hard to walk that one off, and I'm sure he's feeling it walking back into the box here.
The count is 0-2, so Ron Adams will give Zach Williams a new baseball, and they'll just have a little chat, giving Romero as much time as he needs. Umpires are sympathetic to that. Sometimes they'll take a foul ball off a part of their body, too, and they need a couple of seconds to recuperate. No balls and 2 strikes with nobody on and 2 out. Romero at the plate. And Romero, over the last 10 games or so, has really been one of the top contributors to this team. He's behind 0-2. Williams' pitch. That's high and tight. But he's reached twice today. He drove in a run on a double. He walked, stole a base. Of course, a couple of home runs for him.
Absolutely. He's been clutch as of late, and, I know he was feeling the pressure and wanting to get out of that little slump that he had to start the season, and it was hard because he wasn't getting consistent ABs, and I think anybody can argue that. It's tough when you don't get those consistent ABs, but he's helped our squad out tremendously this last week and a half, 2 weeks, and getting on base, stealing bases, and making the plays defensively. We've seen him flash the leather a couple times here at short today, and contributing offensively, getting 2 home runs and even a double today.
The 2-2 pitch from Williams is outside. And I think that inconsistent playing time has a factor on his glove too. I mean, when you're put into a game, all of a sudden a hot shot's hit right at you, and you're not making those plays like you are when you're on the field every single day. And I think we saw that, and he was getting dinged with errors, plays that he maybe should have made, but he's not out there all that often.
Absolutely.
Here's the 3-2 from Williams, and Romero lines it foul down third. Almost unfair to a guy like that. Not getting consistent ground balls on defense, game ground balls. That is, you can take all the ground balls you want in between, but until someone hits 105 miles an hour at you, it's a little bit different. The count is still full. Williams looking for a 1-2-3 seventh, his payoff pitch, and Romero takes ball 4. So there it is again. The second walk of the day for Rayson Romero. The average at 161, but the on-base percentage up near 400. Here's Nick Gatta, who has been arguably the largest contributor today. He's a triple shy of the cycle. You never make the first or third out at third base. That's what they tell you, right? But you think the circumstance is a little different here?
Sure, why not? And I don't think there's ever been a cycle in Stompers history, so let's see if he can pull it out.
There goes Romero. Gatta takes low. So Ray, after the walk, takes second. He's in scoring position for Gatta with 2 out. This is where the Stompers can bite you, too. You get 2 quick outs, all of a sudden you walk somebody, then a stolen base, and the next thing you know, you're giving up 2 or 3 runs. Williams on 1-0. Gatta takes high. We talked to Gatta recently about his pinky.
Have I? A little bit. I know he's still day-to-day with it, and I think he's playing about half or 3/4 of the games this week. And, that's one of those things you want to be very precautionary with it. That way it doesn't escalate into something more serious. I know being the competitor that he is, that he wants to be in the ball game and, get as many at-bats that he can so he can show off his abilities to, higher leagues and affiliated baseball as well. So, he's a gamer and wants to be back out there, but we also want to do what's best for him.
3-0, he takes a 4-pitch walk here. So he's done it in a variety of ways today, and that's the first time we've seen him walk, and it seems like a little late in the game for Gatta to be walking.
Yeah, I wanted to see him, I'm not going to lie, get a shot at that cycle, but being on base 4 out of 5 times, you'll take that any day of the week.
Here's Dondre Hubbard. Gatta, that's his 49th walk of the season. That leads the league. Here's Hubbard. He's 0 for 4. Williams' first pitch. Hubbard takes inside.
So are you telling me that Hubbard is human then?
I'm still not convinced.
Yeah, he's been phenomenal this year. Right now he's got leading the league in average, home runs, and RBIs. So triple crown leader right now.
The count is 1 ball and no strikes. Williams' pitch, and he takes a breaking ball in the dirt. It's a couple of balls today I think just out in front of, got off the end of the bat. The 2 fly balls that he hit to center and the one that he hit to right.
Yeah, and the wind is pretty dead today, so that doesn't help his cause either.
The count is 2 balls and no strikes, and really the first time Hubbard's been ahead in the count today. Williams looked to second. Now he deals. Hubbard tops it at the plate. Still ahead in the count. He was down 0-2, down 1-2, and down 0-1 twice. So the first time he's really been in the driver's seat today and can look for a pitch that he wants. We haven't seen much but fastballs from Williams here in this at-bat, and we know how good of a fastball hitter Hubbard is.
Absolutely, and Hubbard's one of those guys, too, that shows up early, and, we close up the stadium, and, he's still here wanting to hit hitting the cage, and we got to kick him out sometimes.
Here's the
But,
2-1, and he yanks it foul.
He's one of those guys. He tells me, he goes, "Hey Brett, I don't want to be good. I want to be great." And a lot of guys say that, but he's actually putting in the work, and we're seeing why he's been so successful this season.
He and Jacob Barfield kind of have that mantra. They walk around and they reiterate that pretty often. Why not be great today?
Absolutely, and we know too they aren't where they want to be. They want to keep moving up the ranks in the professional baseball industry, and we're right there with them, and fist bumping them and giving them high fives all the way, because we want to see them progress, because that's going to help Escalade tell our story better.
He hits one on the ground softly here to second. Canella into the game. He'll field and throw him out at first. So a rare 0 for 5 for Dondre Hubbard. The Stompers get a couple of base runners on a couple of walks, but that ends the 7th. And we'll go to the 8th in a 10-6 Stomper lead. And we just want to thank you for coming on the air with us here this afternoon, taking time out of your day.
Absolutely. Thanks, Forrest, and go Stompers. Hopefully we can win the week by finishing this game off.
This broadcast is sponsored in part by Sonoma Fit, a state-of-the-art gym located in the Old Bowl Center at 19310 Sonoma Highway. There's no better place with more options to get fit and stay fit. Sonoma Fit offers more than 70 classes a week, including indoor cycling, yoga, TRX, rowing, and strength conditioning. Classes cater to all skill levels from beginners to advanced athletes. And if group classes aren't your thing, Sonoma Fit also offers personal training, small group training, and even sports-specific training. Sonoma Fit is proud to be the official workout facility for the Sonoma Stompers. State-of-the-art equipment, experienced trainers, attentive staff, friendly and helpful members, community-oriented and family-owned. Sonoma Fit is a different gym experience and has locations in Sonoma, Petaluma, and is coming soon to Nevada. More information can be found at sonomafitness.com.
Pinch hitter for Salina here in the top of the 8th inning, Cosimo Canella, who came in defensively to play second base and moved Artson over to short. He'll hit in Martini's spot. He takes inside from new pitcher Marshall Schill, and the count is 1-0. Schill, the 6-footer from Cottonwood, Arizona. He deals on 1 ball and no strikes, a fastball that is outside for ball 2. Schill comes in for the first time since we were in Vallejo earlier this week. Fastball, slider, and the occasional changeup. He throws the changeup mostly to left-handed hitters, and Canella fouls the 2-0 out of play. Schill, no record, a 4.86 ERA. He struck out 16 in 16 2/3. He'll have the 8th here today. The Stompers leading this one 10-6. Canella's first at bat, and the 2-1 is outside. Martini ends the day 1 for 3 with a home run. Three and 1. Here's the pitch from Schill, and that is on the outside corner, and the count is full. So Schill trying to come in and put away Canella. Stompers with only 2 walks today. Broderick walked 2. Ethington allowed 2 runs in his inning. Here's the payoff pitch, and that is swung on and missed for strike 3. Schill comes in. He strikes out Canella for the first out. Jacob Wohler is the batter. He's 0 for 3 with 3 groundouts. Schill working from the stretch. Here's his first pitch, and Wohler hits it softly in the air to center. Hubbard coming on a dead sprint. It'll fall in front. Wohler has his first hit. So a runner at first and 1 out for Zane Gelfman. Gelfman's 0 for 2. He was hit by a pitch in the 6th. Schill looking for a ground ball here to get out of the 8th inning. Schill set with a man at first. Here's his first pitch, and that misses high and away. 7-2 San Rafael over Napa there in the top of the 8th inning. Over in San Rafael. 10-6 our score here in the 8th. Schill set now the 1-0, and that's outside again. 2 balls, no strikes the count. Little bit of a breeze blowing now in from left, across from right to left. The 2-0 pitch. Gelfman flies it out of play. We may see Ethan Gibbons in the 9th inning. He's standing in the Stomper bullpen. And with Richardson the only man available out of the bullpen left, besides Gibbons, in a 10-6 lead, we may not see Richardson. The 2-1, and that slider misses through the front door, and it's 3 balls and 1 strike. Strikeout for Schill, then the single by Wohler. Now he's fallen behind. Gelfman 3-1 with just 1 out in the 8th. Schill set at the belt. Here's his 3-1, and that misses everybody and hits Ron Adams on the left shoulder. And that was a loud sound off of Adams. The pitch was high for ball 4. Gelfman goes to first, but Adams now being checked on by Bronson Butcher. It maybe got a piece of Butcher's glove before it hit Adams, and now he'll wave off the trainer. He says, no, go back to the dugout. Do not come out here. You see Mike Musina do that back in the day? Musina, who was inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame today. Stay right there. Do not come out here. That was pretty similar to what Ron Adams just did. No, you stay right there. In honor of Musina getting inducted into the Hall of Fame today. Here's Ryan Rodriguez with runners at first and second and 1 out. Schill's first pitch, and Rodriguez takes strike 1. Wohler at second, Gelfman at first. Here's Schill's 0-1 pitch. Rodriguez takes a slider outside. 1-1 the count. Rodriguez is 0 for 3. Right-hander up in the Salina bullpen. Ethan Gibbons still just standing near the bullpen mound in the Stomper bullpen. Here's the 1-1, and Rodriguez fouls it away. One ball, 2 strikes. Rodriguez, the designated hitter, without a home run. He's driven in 7. Not a ton of speed on the bases for Salina here in the 8th. Schill looks towards second base. Now he'll throw on 1 and 2, and that slider is inside to Rodriguez. Schill tried the front door there and missed. Two balls and 2 strikes. Two on, 1 out, a 4-run lead. Schill trying to hold it. His pitch to Rodriguez, a slider swung on and missed. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Marshall Schill. That'll bring up Chuck Rocker. Rocker has reached all 3 times. He does not have a hit, 2 walks and a hit by pitch. He's also scored twice and stolen 3 bags today. Trying to extend this top half of the 8th against Marshall Schill. The sidewinding right-hander deals strike 1, a 2-seam fastball across the letters, and Rocker doesn't like the call. Thought it was high. No balls and a strike. Schill looks out to Wohler at second, now peers in. His 0-1 delivery, and that is outside, 1-1. First and second for Salina with 2 out. Schill deals on 1-1, and Rocker takes a called strike throw back behind the runner at first. He almost drilled Gelfman, and Gillespie catches it, not even close to the bag, and Gelfman kind of hunched over, went back to first, and yikes, thought it was going to get him. It's kind of like when you're at the plate and he throws it right at you, you don't know which way to go. Very similar to Gelfman there over at first, who has his hand on his chest. Maybe scared him a little bit. The pitch was called a strike, so the count is 1-2. Here's Schill's pitch to Rocker. The slider is taken on the outside corner, and Schill strikes out this side in the 8th. We go to the home half with the Stompers leading it 10-6.
Stompers Baseball is brought to you in part by Sonoma Clean Power. As your local public electricity provider, we source clean energy from renewable resources, geothermal, water, wind, solar, and biomass. And we deliver that power to residents and businesses throughout Sonoma and Mendocino counties. At Sonoma Clean Power, we're invested in the communities we live and work in. We deliver services that enhance quality of life through competitive pricing, improved air quality, and energy efficiency. By changing the way residents source energy, we're able to deliver customer programs that make a difference in everyone's life. Powered by innovative thinking, Sonoma Clean Power was formed to provide a choice beyond for-profit investor-owned utilities, in our case, PG&E. Today, Sonoma Clean Power, or SCP, is a model for community choice programs throughout California. By providing higher percentages of renewable energy that reduce greenhouse gas emissions, our customers are helping solve the climate crisis at a local level.
We would like to thank our community partners: Tina Schoen, Broker Associates, Sotheby's International Realty, Sonoma Hills Retirement Community, and
CARSTAR Body Best Collision of Sonoma.
And social media support is provided by Wordmice.
New pitcher for Salina here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Justin Bird will come in from right field. He'll pitch. So Rocker goes from center to right. Bishop goes from left to center. And Rodriguez, the DH, will come in and play left. You got that? Good, because the Stompers lead by 4, and Chris Quitzer is going to lead off. Bird in his second appearance. He pitched an inning and struck out 2, and that's all. He'll face the 3, 4, 5 spots, the heart of the Stomper order in the 8th. Quitzer in the game. He's 1 for 4 with a home run. Couple of fly balls that he thought could maybe get out of here after the home run. Hitting the ball pretty well today, as is this whole Stomper lineup, really. So Justin Bird will come in from right field. He will work out of the stretch. His first pitch to Quitzer is inside and low, and that got Ron Adams on the toe. Just not making friends with Adams behind the plate today. First he gets drilled in the shoulder, and now right on the toe. Which one hurt worse, you think? Oh, man. Ron Adams is going to go home and take an ice bath tonight, I think. I would. Richardson is now up and throwing in the Stomper bullpen. Just 7 hits in the game for the Stompers. 6 came in the first 3 innings. They lead 10-6. Quitzer ahead in the count 1-0. Birds 1-0 pitch. Quitzer tops it at the plate. So Richardson, who has not thrown in a couple of days. Richardson, who has not thrown since the 17th, so it's been a while for him. That was the game that opened the week against San Rafael on Wednesday. The 1-1 pitch, and Quitzer pulls it on the ground softly to second. Cannella deep at second base. He'll flip over to first, and Quitzer very frustrated 1 for 5 today. Can't forget his home run in the first inning. But 0 for his last 4. Here's Brent Gillespie. Gillespie's at the plate. He's 1 for 3. Nobody on and 1 out, and they have the shift on Gillespie. First pitch from Bird, and Gillespie fists it in the air right near the pitcher's mound. Bird, the outfielder, on the mound, calls for it, and he'll make the catch. So 2 quick outs for Justin Bird. Here comes Miles Williams. He's reached in 16 straight. Two walks for Williams today. Other than that, he's 0 for 2. A little bit of a shift on Williams, but not the overshift. Bird's first pitch, that's outside. They're deep on the left side of the infield, and the second baseman, Cannella, is playing up toward the middle. Straight away in the outfield. Richardson getting ready for the ninth. The first time he'll pitch since Wednesday night. Here's the 1-0, and Miles pops it up. Shallow right center, Cannella, the second baseman, going out. He's on the outfield grass, and he'll make the catch. A 1-2-3 8th inning for Justin Bird. So we'll go to the ninth with the Stompers leading at 10-6.
This broadcast is sponsored in part by Sonoma Fit, a state-of-the-art gym located in the Old Bowl Center at 19310 Sonoma Highway. There's no better place with more options to get fit and stay fit. Sonoma Fit offers more than 70 classes a week, including indoor cycling, yoga, TRX, rowing, and strength conditioning. Classes cater to all skill levels from beginners to advanced athletes. And if group classes aren't your thing, Sonoma Fit also offers personal training, small group training, and even sports-specific training. Sonoma Fit is proud to be the official workout facility for the Sonoma Stompers. State-of-the-art equipment, experienced trainers, attentive staff, friendly and helpful members, community-oriented and family-owned. Sonoma Fit is a different gym experience and has locations in Sonoma, Petaluma, and is coming soon to Novato. More information can be found at sonomafitness.com.
8-9-1 against Ryan Richardson here in the top of the ninth. Stompers lead 10-6. Richardson, the closer, he'll come on in a 4-run game. He'll face the 8-9-1 spots. Nick Kraus leads things off, and Richardson out of the stretch. He deals a first pitch, and Kraus pops it up. Right side of the infield, got a Cam Sundred, and he will make the catch. So 1 pitch and 1 out for Richardson here in the ninth. Omar Artson will be the hitter. Richardson didn't even get a chance to introduce him before he records it out. Coming into his 21st game of the season with a 0.93 ERA, 29 strikeouts in now what is 19 2/3 innings. Gets a first pitch pop up to Nick Kraus. Now Omar Artson takes strike 1 at the knees. Richardson's a strike thrower, the 5'10 right-hander from Spokane, Washington. It is 0-1 pitch, and Artson takes strike 2 on the outside corner. Richardson is 8 for 8 in save opportunities. This is not one. The Stompers as a staff 11 for 11 in save opportunities. Jacob Cox has 3 of those. No balls and 2 strikes, and that changeup is in the dirt. One and 2 the count on the 9-hole hitter. Omar Artson, he's 1 for 3. Richardson at the belt. Here's his 1-2 pitch, and Artson hits it on the ground to short. Romero will field. Just like that, 2 quick outs for Richardson here in the ninth. Back to the top of the lineup. Justin Bird, who has hit 2 home runs in the game today, will come up, and he's the last chance for Salina down to their final out here in the ninth. Over in San Rafael, the Pacifics lead the Silverados 7-2. They're in the bottom of the 8th inning, so trying to snap that Napa win streak. Richardson's first pitch misses low. Napa, who has won 6 straight. San Rafael, who's won 2 straight. And if the Stompers win today and San Rafael wins today, the lead will stay at 4. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and Bird rolls it on the ground to first. Oh, Gillespie fields the awkward ground ball to the backhand side, and he'll underhand flip to Ryan Richardson. A terrific recovery by Brett Gillespie, and the ball game is over. 10-6 our final score here this afternoon, and the final line score. First for the Stompers, 10 runs on 7 hits, 1 error. They strand 7, and for Salina, 6 runs on 6 hits. No errors, and they leave 4. Joseph Broderick gets his second win of the season. He is 2-0. Jack Gomersall picks up the loss today. He's 1-2. No save. Final time of today's ball game. How about an even 3 hours for a Sunday afternoon game to close out the week? The Stompers improved to 27-10, and right now have a 4.5 game lead. But with San Rafael leading 7-2, it may stay at just 4 games. Salina falls to 9-30, and the Stompers win the week, going 3-2 here this week. A 10-6 final. Broderick with the gem today, 6 innings, 4 runs, just 1 earned, and he struck out 4. Ethington, Schill, and Richardson combined to end the ball game, the final of 10-6. We're off tomorrow. Then we're back here on Tuesday night, and a little bit of redemption coming for the Stompers, and they'll face the Napa Silverados, who beat them twice this week. So that'll be live for you right here on the airwaves on the Stompers Radio Network and on Sonoma TV, as all home games are here this season. Stompers win it 10-6 and improve to 27-10. That does it for us here this week. We'd like to thank you for tuning in to this ball game here this afternoon, and the Stompers end the week in winning fashion. For everybody with Sonoma TV. And for the Sonoma Stompers, I'm Forrest Hunt saying so long. Have a very pleasant, good rest of your afternoon. Stompers win this one, 10-6.
Stompers Baseball is brought to you in part by Sonoma Clean Power. As your local public electricity provider, we source clean energy from renewable resources, geothermal, water, wind, solar, and biomass. And we deliver that power to residents and businesses throughout Sonoma and Mendocino counties. At Sonoma Clean Power, we're invested in the communities we live and work in. We deliver services that enhance quality of life through competitive pricing, improved air quality, and energy efficiency. By changing the way residents source energy, we're able to deliver customer programs that make a difference in everyone's life. Powered by innovative thinking, Sonoma Clean Power was formed to provide a choice beyond for-profit investor-owned utilities, in our case, PG&E. Today, Sonoma Clean Power, or SCP, is a model for community choice programs throughout California. By providing higher percentages of renewable energy that reduce greenhouse gas emissions, our customers are helping solve the climate crisis at a local level.
This broadcast is sponsored in part by Sonoma Fit, a state-of-the-art gym located in the Old Bowl Center at 19310 Sonoma Highway. There's no better place with more options to get fit and stay fit. Sonoma Fit offers more than 70 classes a week, including indoor cycling, yoga, TRX, rowing, and strength conditioning. Classes cater to all skill levels from beginners to advanced athletes. And if group classes aren't your thing, Sonoma Fit also offers personal training, small group training, and even sports-specific training. Sonoma Fit is proud to be the official workout facility for the Sonoma Stompers. State-of-the-art equipment, experienced trainers, attentive staff, friendly and helpful members, community-oriented and family-owned. Sonoma Fit is a different gym experience and has locations in Sonoma, Petaluma, and is coming soon to Nevada. More information can be found at sonomafitness.com.
We would like to thank our community partners: Tina Schoen, Broker Associates, Sotheby's International Realty, Sonoma Hills Retirement Community, and
CARSTAR Body Best Collision of Sonoma.
social media support is provided by Word Mice.